Now I'm turned on. You couldn't hear me. Live Friday 17th at 7 p.m. We are live right now at www.twitch.tv/TLNA. Hello, guys. Be with you in a second. Sorry, I'll tell you what I was doing in a minute. Why wasn't that? Twitch.tv/TLNA. Here we go. Public. Control C. Publish. Just do a little tweety tweet. There we go. Tweety tweet tweets. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. And indeed, you are very, very welcome to the show. Why am I late? I will tell you why I was late in a minute. Let's get those subs in, guys. Let's get the subs in, shall we? Who we got? We got It's Sean, Ninjas, Withnail, Richard, Super Saint. F2, Lulabelle, Zermatt, Beastie, Caitifer, Delith, Coded, David Turners. Come, baby, come. Nick Hughes, Molington, thank you for the sub. Mad Sadie, thank you for the sub. Cycle Tour, Iain Lee Fan, Raggy Dolls, CJPJ3000, thank you for the sub. Mandula, thank you for the sub. Delith, Sparta. How are the other cats coping? The other cats are being very, very strange, if I'm completely honest. It's very sad. They're being very strange. They were doing a lot of fighting last night, but then they'll just go around kind of giving each other a bath. And alive, lovely to see you. Cape Town Dean. Manny! I've given up radio, Manny. Giving it up, buddy. I've retired. I'm wearing merch. I don't know what this stain is, but I've actually been wearing my name all day. God damn it. Lovely to have you here. I've got no idea where Katherine Boyle is. I've got my youngest Kimbo collaboration of the YouTube channel is upstairs. And tell you why we're late. I was trying, let me put this on, it's bloody cold, but I'm not putting the heating on. Not for nobody. Should we open up Skype? Let's open up Skype to that old chestnut of it being it's my phone number. It's my phone number. Let's put it in here. So Kim's playing NBA 2K23 or something. It's not very good. But then we found that there was an app. Manny, I'm up to this. I've given up radio. I work as a counsellor now full time, and I do this 2 shows a week with Katherine. And it's Patreon, so you've got to pay if you want to get the regular stuff. Patreon.com/Iain and Katherine. Patreon.com/Iain and Katherine. Thank you, Kate. So you got to pay $4.99 a month. Pay that. You can pay that, Manny. You're loaded. So he's playing this game, and then we found that you could scan your face in. Have you managed to do it yet? Oh, just what? When? Hang on a minute. Let me come up. This is more important. This is more important than any show. What are you stuck on? Oh, it looks like you know. You've got to give yourself points. So just keep your points until you run out of points, basically. Just make every one of those as many as much as you can. I'm going to scare Katherine. I'm going to scare Katherine. Shh, I'm going to scare Katherine, all right? She takes her time getting out of the car. Here she comes. I'm going to scare her. Listen. You should have shouted, fuck. Yeah, you're very late. What's been going on, Jelly Bean? Teenage stuff! Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I was a little bit late because Kim was playing NBA 2K23 and we were trying to... There's an app where you can scan your face in and we were trying to get it to work and we'd scan it and... then you'd upload it to the computer and they go, oh, there's the computer, the Xbox, and they go, oh, there's a problem. So we never quite got it to do. So that's why I was a little bit late. We're going to open up Skype. It's going to be... You're right. Do you need a little bit of... Do you want to decompress? Do you want to make a coffee or something and decompress? You okay?
Do you know what? Yeah, that'd be really good.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry, everyone. I'll be back in a
There's no need to apologise.
Ay.
Ay.
This stuff is hard.
Do you need me?
No, it's okay.
Give me a minute. Hello again, hello. Got to let you know I think of... That's the song we buried my dad at. We're not having that. Welcome to the show. Oh, I nearly gave the old Jack FM number. Phone up Jack FM and see what's going on at that shit show. 0203 286 6370. 0203 286 6370. It's the only phone-in show on Twitch. The only one. Well, no, it's not the only one. There are other ones. There's not. There's not. This is the only one. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. Skype TLNA. We're not going anywhere until we get a call. I'm in that kind of mood. Did you not get the pen, Joe? The Jack FM pen. There are about 20 of them. And you know what? About six people claimed them. That's the management there for you. Outrageous. 0203 286 6370. Whoa. Can we do some should I do some ASMR? Let's do some ASMR. Let's do that because that's what you guys want. That's what you guys want. Until someone calls in, you're going to get ASMR. I'm doing ASMR. That's that done.
Do it again.
No, I don't.
I could do it some.
Oh, you do it. You do it.
No, you do it. I want to hear yours.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, don't make noises because you talking over it kills the vibe. And also, they would have had it up really, really loud, and then you go, ooh.
It's really licky.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to make it sound like I had space dust. See if I can make it sound like I've got space dust. That's what space dust sounds like. Hey, Paddy, I've got it. I'm wearing been wearing merch all day, but there's a weird stain up here. I don't know. Here.
Oh, you're lactating.
Not from my shoulder, I'm not, Catherine. That's not how it works.
I don't know. You people might have many nipples. Tiny nipples. Tiny nipples.
Welcome to the show, everybody. And you know what? You are welcome to. It's a Friday. I'm feeling it's a frisky Friday. Manny is in the room. Manny, hi, Catherine, sweetheart. How are you? And I will subscribe Iain in the week. This is here. This is a free show. This is pledge. This is pledge week. Every month. I got this from Andrew Hickey. Every month we have a pledge week. Syndicate has a phone-in line as well. Art Creation Official, I don't know what that sentence means. Syndicate has a phone-in line as well. What does that even mean? Doesn't mean anything. Try again.
Also, as well is not a one word.
It is if you're South African.
No.
As well. Try again. Try again, but this time in English. Oh, shit, the bed. Whoa.
ASMR.
This is... Oh, you sat over there. What's going on here? I'm going to pull it.
Pull it closer to my face. It's not a song I thought I'd be singing today.
It's Pledge Week. Every month we have a Pledge Week where we do free shows for you guys. Free shows for you guys. And I'm pissing so much at the moment. I'm going to stop the cough tomorrow.
I've got no knobble on the end of this, by the way. That's like
well, it'll be on the floor.
spike.
I look on the floor because it'll be somewhere on there. So you have to stand up and have a look around.
No, I'm not actively
You have to
searching
stand up.
today. No, I'll go on.
Well, no, because it might be on that chair. It might be on the desk somewhere.
No.
There'll be one. Well, if you're not going to actually look for it, you're not going to.
I'm looking with my face.
No, but you're going to have to stand up and look for it. We have to sign that today.
It's all right. I'll go on. I'll just have one.
I've got more in it somewhere.
There's one.
There you go.
Can I nick it?
Yeah. There we go.
Thank you.
That's yeah.
What?
No, that's good. So 0203 286 637. Harsh, you missed me doing ASMR and you would have liked it because I was just saying puddy and banchod. So unlucky. Soul, right. Iain and Catherine, hope you're both doing great this evening. Doing absolutely great. Buster Dog says, thank you for doing 2 free shows. Really wish I could afford to subscribe, but sorry, times are hard at the moment. You never have to. By the way, those ear things are the ones I shove up my arse. You never and
Surely
then rub.
these don't touch the sides.
I take that as a compliment. You never have to apologise for not being able to afford. So it's Pledge Week. Every month we have. I tell you what I'm going to do. Give you a side on.
Okay.
This is this. Let's turn this sideways. There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
thanks.
Have a look at that. So this is Pledge Week. I'm sorry, I'm not from the UK. I'm in Russia, but he does phone lines to his mobile to Twitch. No, he doesn't. Lies. I will not take your propaganda.
Russian propaganda?
I will not take your. That's racist, actually.
It's not. It's
the
just defining where it's
the
from.
good people of Russia know that their leader's a crackpot.
Well,
it's Pledge Week. And we do this every month. We do 2 free shows because... Whoa! Are you watching? Are you watching? Well, why did you just subscribe? Did you not? Swear on your life. Well, that's the other one then. Okay, Alex, are you here? What is going on? How come you've got money to subscribe? That's your mum's credit card. Sweet. swinging it back. So this is Pledge Week. Thank you, Ming. You're absolutely right. So this is Pledge Week. Alex, you in the chat? So every month we do a week where we do free shows, and it's Pledge Week. And there's two ways you can support us. You can sign up to Patreon, patreon.com/Iain and Katherine, patreon.com/IAIN and Katherine with a K, for as little as £2 a month. Who's saying no? It's mine. Is that Alex? Is that you? It says suspicious user.
That's about right.
What is going on? £2 a month. Patreon.com/Iain and Katherine. For as little as £2 a month, you can. Yes, it is. Oh well, I don't know why you're a suspicious user. That's weird. Sussy. There's another way you can pledge. I want to get the dono bar back. Can we get the dono bar back? I don't know how to. Oh, there's the dono bar.
Press it.
There's the dono bar. Right, let's get the dono bar back. Let's raise some money. Lollers. I've got to change everything, so don't do anything just yet. I've got to change absolutely everything. We're going to get the dono bar back in. That's what we're going to do, Katherine. It's Pledge Week, and I really think that I got this from Andrew Hickey, who does a brilliant podcast. And you talk. I'm going to sign in. I'm going to make us a shed load of money.
Andrew Hickey does. What were you going to say?
You don't have to talk about that. Do whatever you want to talk about. Whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, I want to talk.
Shut up, Dave Dogface.
So, how was your day? Mine was shit, and I'm glad to be here now, because at least in the next few hours we will have some giggles and fun and excellent times. I've got some funny clips we're going to play you, and I hope you will be providing your own too. It's a clip picnic. How do you feel about that as a concept? That works, right?
I'm just really focused on this.
Yes.
Because this is stupid. Why have we not had the dono bar back up? This is absolutely stupid.
When these people are getting this for free, so the option is there. That's
yeah,
always a nice thing to do.
I just need to remember how you do this.
Mandy says she got stopped for speeding on the school run. Yeah.
That's by the racist police. You bet you weren't speeding. Bet you were doing a perfectly normal speed, but because you're a woman of colour, intersectionality, the racist police. You weren't speeding, were you?
Were you speeding though?
Were you speeding?
Did you have your?
If you were speeding, then.
If you were speed?
Were you speeding? Were you speeding, or was it the racist police? Was it the Britain's racialist? She was speeding.
All right, banter.
Well done, our boys and our girls.
We've always liked those guys.
In blue, yeah.
No, my day it's been bookended by teenage behaviour. I'm just going to leave it like that. If you know, you know. Teenage behaviour, and what happens when your child reaches a certain age and you start to see them turning. That's been going on. So, fun times. Hey, but AI is good, isn't it? And my clips are based around AI imaginings. That's a little tease for you. We're going to see what Bart Simpson would look like if he were a real boy. I'm a real boy. But not a real boy. He's an AI imagining.
Here we go.
Giselle says, already, I swear they're about 9 3 minutes ago. No, my eldest is nearly 15 now.
No, don't put Mr. Bodell. I said don't put out the donate link. It's a different link.
Oh,
fuck's sake, man.
Why must you continue to disobey?
I've got to remember how I get the stream elements. What is the stream elements? Because I've changed it. So what is the link for stream elements subbing? We're going to make £500 tonight. That'd be sweet, wouldn't it?
Oh God,
but I don't remember. I don't remember. Where do I get the stream? There it is. It's just come up automatically. So that's the link.
Is that not what Bodell?
No, it isn't, mate. He put because I changed it. Oh. And I told Bodell. Oh, there's Patty. Pats, we're here, darling. We're here, darling girl. I need to go to Nightbot.
Oh, there she is. Hello.
She gets very lonely, even though Kimbo's
come down.
Upstairs.
We've got the nice blanket on that you like.
I know you can do a PayPal. What? You can do a PayPal me link on that connects to Stream Elements, Graham. Is that what you're saying to me? Very specific thing. You carry on talking. I'm going to be quiet.
I'm glad I'm getting a lot of support from the people who've been through the teenage years and some who are still in it. Thank you very much indeed. That's very kind of you. Giselle says, give it 2 years, it'll be fine. What when? No, it won't. It won't be fine. I was not fine from the age of about 12, in retrospect, to about 26 with my mum. I don't think we were bezies until after that period. I think I definitely turned around 12, and it took her a long time to feel like she got me back. And so that's what's happening. Let's see.
This should work now.
Matella says, mine is almost 13 and can look me in the eye. Not hard because I'm only 5'3".
There we go.
My boy, says Dan, is 11.
Lollipop.
He's been a teenager since he's about 7, so God knows what his change will be.
David, thanks so much for your sub, David. Really appreciate that. It's great to have you. Dougie Anderson made a whole short film about when people do that in conversation.
Is that like a reverse burp?
Yeah, why not?
What is it?
My boy lollipop. Oh, sorry, you saw cat abuse then. I apologise. That was cat abuse. I just don't want to clawing this because it breaks it. But you can claw my lap, but not the heated blanket.
Not the blanket. Take me instead.
Not the blanket. No, okay, she'll go. Don't let her claw the blanket,
Okay,
please.
I won't.
Because they break it. They absolutely break it. Let's get some donations in.
Did you see I sent you some funny clips?
Yes. Well, let's get some donations in and then we'll start.
Oh, right. We're playing that game, are
Yeah.
we? Could be an embarrassing game.
It's Pledge Week. And I'll tell you what this is. Let me explain seriously. This is Pledge Week. So we tend to do 2 shows a week that a few people are going, well, it's great to have you back on Twitch. Our good friend Manny is saying, where have you been? Have you stopped doing shows? Well, we've stopped doing the radio. We don't work in broadcasting anymore. I'm a trained counsellor. Catherine is now a teacher. But we do 2 shows a week on Patreon, but behind a paywall. What that means is if you sign up to patreon.com/Iain and Catherine, IAIN and Catherine with a K, you for $4.99 a month plus VAT, you get access to those 2 shows to watch live. It's not on Twitch, it's on YouTube. To watch live, to watch back, or you get them delivered to your phone as podcasts. £4.99 a month. £15 a month, you get invited to a Zoom meeting, which we're doing
tomorrow
at 10 o'clock. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So you might as well just up your thing. Or you can donate. Here we go. Beastie Boys tipped a £5. Ginger Bid Marks tipped a £5.
Thank you, guys.
You suckers. Idiot. Thank you, guys. Donation alert. Why do we not have the dono bar on the free shows? It's Twitch. That's what people do.
I think we felt... I was going to say churlish, but I was reprimanded for using that word in the wrong way.
Come here. Watch me.
Go on.
My Spotify really is hit and miss.
But yes, with the free ones, we should definitely put the dono up.
Yeah. Do you watch me get 25 quid? I get 25 quid. Watch this. This is going to be great. Hang on a minute.
Oh, I know exactly what's happening now. You're going to do the...
25 quid.
Jess wanted to start a bit.
Not that.
No, not that. There we go.
It is cold in the kingdom. I can feel you fade away. From the kitchen to the bathroom sinking. Your steps keep me awake. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me.
Is it working? Is any money coming?
Nope.
Pull
another one out.
If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, let me down, let me down.
These people are absolute...
Heartless bastards.
You bastards. You're bastards. I was actually crying real tears there.
You were squeezing them out then.
Real tears. And not one of you gave a penny. Of course, we should do this on Twitch. It's what everyone does.
Yeah.
Tip your waiters, you miserable. Alex, are you still watching?
He's watching and learning.
Graham is right. We need to be in a hot tub, and we might as well put it up there. This is it's Pledge Week, Richard. So we give you 2 free shows a month. Sign up to the Patreon. We'd love to have you here. It's one of our jobs. It is a I don't even want to say side hustle. It's one of our jobs. Oh, here we go. Hang on a minute.
Do it for the kitty.
Hang on,
Do it for the
hang on.
sweet kitty.
Hang on a minute. Stay there, kid. I've closed the window. Hang on.
She's doing a beautiful job.
Here we go.
Ready?
Hang on. Stay there, kid.
This is going to be great. Daddy, look sad.
Laying in the silence, waiting for the sirens, signs, any signs I'm alive still.
She actually looks really uncomfortable. I think you should stop. Doing that. We got another tenner. Oh
Yes!
no! Go back and do it. We got a tenner.
I don't
that's
wanna
enough, that's
lose
enough.
it, but I'm not.
She will not be our prop.
We got another tenner. Let's should do it. Benji Parish, a tenner. Beastie Boy. Benji Parish. Thank you.
Thanks, appreciated.
Tell us what you want us to do for cash, and I will do it. Pledge.
Used to be in bed.
What?
Oh,
What does that mean? That's the tip sound, right?
Used
That's-
to be in bed.
what the hell?
What is going on?
What's happening, everyone?
Yeah, Matella's right. Ian cries, no one donates. Catherine holds a cat, someone donates. That's all right. We've got to work out the formula.
Yeah.
We've got to work it out.
Definitely
It's been a
involves
long
cats.
time since we've done this. Mm-hmm. We've just got to work out what the formula is to do it. Why have we not had a dono bar? Because we felt guilty.
Yeah.
We felt guilty. This is our freaking jobs. I am a counsellor. Which I'm loving, by the way. I am loving it. I'm loving saying that's what I am, because that's what I am.
Yeah.
Catherine is a teacher. Let's just say no one's getting rich. Okay.
Well, you say teacher, I'm actually a lecturer.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
So, Chris, the bloody thing is going. This is it. This is as good as it gets. Manny, you still in the room? You still here? If you do want to donate to us tonight, ! Donate. There's the link. Click on the link. Is it come up as a link? It does, doesn't it? Let's just. Yeah, click on that link. Click on that link. Money gets split 60-40. I've got to do the admin, Catherine. And Harsh is our accountant. Just look the other way. Just look the other way, Mr. Singh.
He's not here in a professiondono capacity tonight. He's just one of the guys.
He's here in a Playboy capacity. He's dressed up as a Playboy bunny. It's Dono Week, guys. For crying out loud, it's Dono Week. So this is our job. You're right. This isn't a side hustle. Ian, you know I'm blind. Nobody's at home yet. I thought I'd definitely subscribe and donate. Don't you worry. Remember, you both saved my life. That makes 4. That makes 4 lives we've saved.
We need a tally.
Yeah.
We need like a totalizer.
Yes, we do. Because people go, "Oh, you saved a person's life." I didn't.
More than one.
I saved
Several.
I saved Chris, that guy. I saved someone after the show. They know who they are. I don't think they're here, but I saved them after the show. I pulled over to help someone. Alistair, I'm taking it. Yeah, Alistair said me. Good. I was going to take it anyway. And Manny, who is blind. So really that's 4.5. If you include a blind person as 1.5. As some people would, and I tell you what I'm doing. Oh, you can't call a blind person 1.5. Most people would call them a half.
Who would call them that?
Julia Hartley Brewer.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I call them 1.5. I say they're half better. Jamie was the one I wasn't going to mention, Richard. So thanks for mentioning him. Yeah.
And they're only the ones we know about. There are so many more out there, aren't
Blind
there?
people,
No,
unfortunately.
Saved
People. So, and also I've helped people around sexuality, around neurodiversity, around all kinds of things. Manny says, Ian, you're the greatest person I've ever met. Thank you, Manny. I really appreciate that.
Used to be in bed.
Oh,
Sarah Seabass, £3 has thrown a few coins in the hat.
Thank you very much.
Fucking have we done this before?
Because we're coy.
No, I tell you what, we being serious for a moment, we felt guilty.
Yeah.
We felt. I would suggest I felt guilty about doing it, and thought, well, because we're doing the Patreon, we can't charge. We can't ask for money for this, but of course we can. Of course we can.
It's optional. It's an
optional.
option.
You know. You need to tap into that sweet, sweet incel money.
Used to be
They're
in
all
bed.
so single, they're absolutely loaded. Roscoe B, up your bum. Ugh. I'm not going to thank you, Roscoe, because £4.44.
Used to be in bed.
Ming, thank you for the fiver.
Thank you.
I'm not going to thank you, Roscoe, because £4.44, now it doesn't look good. Now it doesn't look good.
Used to be in bed.
Dave Dogface, £10, thank you. Mac Shaw.
You're worried about the aesthetics of this thing now.
I'm not. Ace of Spades has done £6.66.
Used to be in bed.
That's just for the Julia Hartley Brewer crack. Okay, but now we're at, now we're at 10 pence, which sits uncomfortably with me.
Can we round it?
Can someone donate 90 pence, please? But say you're going to do it in the chat first.
Yes.
Otherwise, everyone's going to do 90 pence. Trick says, Ian, how's the new, is a minimum of £1. Okay, can someone do £1.90? How's the new job? I'm absolutely loving it. I am working full-time as a counsellor, work 3 days a week. I've got the number of clients that I wanted. I'm aware that I'm in a very privileged position.
Used to be in bed.
Thank you, Roscoe,
Thank you,
£1.90.
Roscoe.
In as much as there's several privileged things about me. One is I'm a man. There aren't that many male counsellors, certainly not in this area. But so there's that in my advantage. Secondly, I have a profile, and I've had at least 3 stories in the online papers, including the Mail and the Metro and the Mirror and the Sun, so big papers, saying about me becoming a counsellor. And every
Used
time
to
there's
be in
been
bed.
one of Gingerbeard Mark has done £1.23. Can we time him out?
Thank you.
Mark, could you just put yourself known so that we can thank you in the chat? Would you be able to do that for me, mate? Just say thank you in the chat. Oh, no need to. Got you there. So I am at a huge advantage. Every time there's been a newspaper story, I've had people reach out to me asking to help. So I now actually have a waiting list. So I'm in a really privileged position. My friend Katie, who you may have seen we tweeted about recently, she's brilliant. We trained together, and we would often work with each other. She is brilliant, and she's struggling to get clients because she has. That's why you may have seen me do some tweets and a Facebook post about her. And that's not me just going, oh, she's my mate. She is brilliant. I wouldn't
Used to
recommend
be in
anyone I
bed.
didn't think was superb. Vince has done £1.77 and made it £54. Thank you, Vince. Love it. She's struggling to get clients.
Used to be in bed.
Gisella's just done £1.70. Can you talk amongst yourselves and plan it? Can you plan it, please? This is insane.
It's haphazard, is what it is.
So if you're going to round it up, say in the chat, I'm going to be the one that rounds it up so that we get there. So I'm thrilled to be able to say I'm a counsellor. I'm thrilled that I have taken back control of a significant part of the United Kingdom. That's why I voted Brexit. No, I've taken back control of my life.
Yes.
I feel I'm working when I want to work. It's everything is sailing in the right direction. Is what I'm gonna say on it. DFK, is challenging being
Used
a
to be
celebrity.
in bed.
Richard, £1.23, thank you. Is it challenging being a celebrity counsellor? Does it create any awkwardness? No. And I will tell you why. The very first, I offer like a free 15, 20-minute call where we chat about how I work and what they are. And I say to people, what is your background with me? Do you think it's going to be an issue?
Used to be in bed.
Discuss it amongst yourselves. Giselle, I know you're trying to help, but you need to discuss it with the others. She's laughing. Time out. No, not having that. No, time out.
This is not supposed to be fun.
You should be in bed.
Right, Ming's a prick. Most people, it's really interesting. Almost everyone says, yeah, I kind of know about you, but I just saw the tweet and it felt like the right time. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's really, really interesting. I'm deliberately being quite vague about quite a bit of it. In terms of my career and where my life is heading at the moment, I am so much happier than I was even 2 months ago.
Oh, that's kind.
So, what?
It's because of me, isn't it?
No.
It's because I'm brilliant.
You know we've started salsa dancing.
We're telling you that's what it is because you wouldn't know to look at it.
I was practicing today. I was waiting outside school to pick Kim up. I've got it. I've got the wiggle.
Have you?
Yeah. You don't do anything on the 4 and 8. You don't do anything on the 4 and 8. New man Lucas says, having launched my men's peer support group in Bedfordshire and Cambridgeshire,
You
we're
should be
launching
in
support. So
bed.
happy. Alistair's a tenner. Thank you. £69. Bing says, I thought you both looked sexier.
You should be in bed.
Gingerbeard Mark, £1.76. Right, no more of this odd number shit, please. Right, no more of it, please. Right, please. I'm starting to get annoyed with everybody here. We've been salsa
that's what
dancing.
They like.
Don't.
They like
No,
it.
don't. They're good people.
They're
They're
like
good people.
annoying daddy.
They're good people.
They're like giving you a little tickle on the chinny chin.
They are good people. They will not
I know
want
how
to do
you
it
work.
anymore. It's pledge week. It's pledge week, and if we get up to £400, you know what we're going to do? We're going to move it to £600.
Wedge week.
You should be in bed.
Roger,
Mingball says salsa is for swingers.
Roger, could you make yourself known in the chat so that we can thank you personally? Roger, if you just type a
You
message
see
in the
in bed.
chat, Agent Peach 1, thank you. Roger, can you just type something in the chat just so I can thank you personally, please? That'd be really. How's the cats? You know, I lost a cat trig a couple of weeks ago. We lost George. The other cats are being so weird. They've been really loving to each other, like all giving each other baths. But last night they were fighting like crazy in the bedroom. I had to chuck pillows. Library, thank you for the sub. So it's been a really tough couple of weeks. It wasn't even 2 weeks ago that it happened. Roger, thank you, mate. So lovely. Thank you. Oh, I've accidentally clicked the timeout button, mate. Sorry about that, buddy. I was just trying to help. So 0203 286 6370. The phone lines are open.
It is a salsa dancing class. It's not a swinging class. It's
It's a bit kinky.
right. You know what they say? Shirley Ballas, I think, says it best. That dancing is the vertical expression of a horizontal emotion.
Death when I'm doing it.
But anyway, it's a lot of fun. And we went to a proper Cuban band night, didn't we?
Oh, they
the
were
week?
good.
They were so good.
They were good. Yeah.
I got spun around a lot. I did get flung into other couples quite a lot. Not like that.
You should be in bed.
Carlos Di Jacqueline 12 says, how you cat die? Me cat die train track.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the expression.
Alan, thank
Here
you
comes
so much for
Alistair.
the £5. Let's get down to the calls. Let's get to the meat. And indeed, we're gonna flicker. No, we're okay. Good evening, Alistair.
Evening. Evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yes.
We cannot see you. Are we meant to see you?
Oh. Why can't you see
David,
me?
has that tickled your pickle? Thought it must do. Good evening, Alistair.
Join us.
You can hear me, but you can't see me. Is that right?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Hello. I can see you now.
I know. We still cannot see you, though.
Oh,
Are you in witness protection again?
I'm glad you
Should
enjoyed
be.
it, David. Let me just show you guys what we can. This is what we can see at the moment. I haven't done Skype for ages. Where's the Skype button? There it is. That's what we can see
That's
at
what
the
we
moment.
can see. Not a zip.
hang on.
This is what you donated for, people.
You're not in the nud or anything, are you?
No, but
Alan Michael Twitch, thank you for the £5 if I may not have acknowledged that.
Glaswegian says, ask him if he's on the toilet.
Right.
Alistair, are you on the toilet?
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check my sets. This is technicals, right?
Yeah. Okay. Not on my dime, he won't be. Has he put his camera up his bum again? Is he having a poo?
He did not put it up his bum. He fell awkwardly.
Please talk into the microphone.
I'm trying to, but at the same time, it is.
No, well, what you need to do is loosen that,
Don't touch
that
it.
nut there and pull it across a
Don't
bit.
touch
I
it.
don't know why it's loose, but you need to pull it closer to you because it's not anywhere near you. No, but don't. For fuck's sake. Don't, but I mean, move it across and up because you're not talking into it.
Can I just do this?
I do. Can
I just do this? Would you mind if I just did this?
If we get it up to £100, I'll fix Catherine's microphone for her.
I kind of like it like this.
Mike's explaining. Okay, I'll give you that. I'm going to give you that, Ming. I'm going to give you that. Give you that as well, Jaxie. Kim, you okay? What are you playing? Good lad.
What's he playing?
Rocket League. It's Dono Week. It's Dono Week. If you don't know what Dono Week is, then it's the week where we give you free show. Oh, it's great to see you back on Twitch. So I Instagrammed something the other day, and someone replied, "Ian, you should start doing a pod." It's about me leaving radio. Ian, you should start doing a podcast. A load of people would love to hear you.
That's a great idea.
Do fucking loads of podcasts. Loads of podcasts. Rocket League, you got it, David.
These people.
Let's get it up to £110. Come on. It's Dono Week, guys. Dono Week isn't happening because we fell out with her. What's the matter, you? Hey, why you looking so sad? Yes, not so bad. Yes, that's the place. Oh, shut up in your face. And my mama used to say to me, what's the matter, you? Hey.
Here comes Alistair. We'll find out what's the matter him.
I like people who say, I'm your biggest fan, not seen you in years. Yeah, there's a bit of that. Here he is.
Hello.
Alistair.
Right. Oh, the problem was my camera had dropped off the computer under the
And
stairs.
fallen into your pants and up your bum hole.
Well, you know.
You should be in bed.
Hi then.
Hang on a minute. I just want to thank Sarah Seabass for tipping £1.54.
Appreciated.
It's not.
I appreciate it.
I don't.
I love it then. Continue, Alistair.
I found my pen, by the way, my best pen.
Was it up your? Was it in your urethra?
Yeah.
Or maybe you fixed it, Sarah. In that case, thank you so much.
So, I listened with
You should be in
interest
bed.
yesterday's show.
Whoa!
about-
What the fuck just happened?
Who did that?
Whoa! No refunds. First of all, no refunds.
It wasn't me.
Clearline just tipped £318.
That must be
my
a
goodness.
mistake.
That's got to be a mistake. We don't do refunds. What?
Yeah, what?
What? Someone just tipped £318. What? Clear. What?
Is that right, Clearline?
Clearline. My God. That's Dono Week. Clearline. That's incredible. Clearline, make yourself known. Please let us know if it's a call for help. If Clearline, right. First of all, Clearline, you're becoming VIP. I don't know what that means.
But you're about to find out.
Clearline, can I ask you a question? Are you a Patreon? Because if you're not a Patreon, send me your email and I will send you the links for the next 3 months. How about that? Clearline. I can't remember if you're a Patreon or not. I have a feeling that you might be. CJP says, would really love it to be one of your kids with their mum's credit card. Hang on. Sofa Mum, it's Dean, isn't it? No, Dean is Cape Town Dean. Hang on, I'm getting...
No, he isn't. That is Clearline.
Which Dean?
Dean that's phones us from his bed.
Oh, my God, of course it is. Dean's going to be high on medication. I mean, we have a strict no refunds policy.
Although that does put us in an ethically tight spot, doesn't it?
Dean, are you high on medication at the moment?
And if so, how high? On a scale of highness and height.
And Dean, are you a Patreon? I can't remember.
He says he is.
He is. Okay. Well, all right. Serious question. Can you afford that? Cape Town Dean is high. Serious question. Can you afford that? And be completely serious with us
If it was a mistake, that's cool.
for a moment. So hold the line, please, Alistair. We'll be with you.
We just need to.
I'll be with you shortly. Just waiting. Did anyone donate £300, possibly while high? Cypress Hill, I'm looking in your direction. He donated £300 because he got high. Here we go. Yeah, I got it.
That's how it begins.
Alistair sitting there makes this whole bit even more tense. Dean.
What's happened to Dean now?
Dean.
I'm high on life.
Dean, Alistair, hold the line, please, caller. I don't know if we can accept that, Dean.
That's too much.
That's too much money. I don't know if we can accept that. That feels like too much money. And I feel that perhaps there is a certain vulnerability, I'm choosing my words very, very carefully, about a certain vulnerability that would make it tricky. Just a bit of fun. All right, fuck it. Alistair. I mean, Dean, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll always take it off your hands if you want to, so you're not guilty.
No, Alistair, what would you like to talk about, please?
Alistair, I like what you're doing with the ends of your moustache these days. I can see you working it.
Yeah. I'm just letting it flow naturally, Catherine.
You're not twiddling.
No, it just happened to go like
That
that.
looks like it's been gently coaxed into position, and I'm
I'm
here for
trying
it.
to look like Jesus, an old Jesus.
Oh, which of course he never became, sadly.
So yeah, I've been watching lots of good telly recently.
Go on.
Catherine. And so I saw the oh God, my memory's going bad.
Going.
The thing that you mentioned yesterday, Catherine.
Paula Yates.
Paula Yates. I've seen. Have you seen both episodes now?
Yes.
Yeah. And I
And
saw.
isn't it strange what we got used to?
Yeah, I saw a couple of weeks before that. I saw the Huey Green
So, Dad.
documentary. Could have
She found
really
out just after
just
Michael Hutchins
confirming
died.
what an absolute bell cheese he was.
Yeah.
But I never, just on this one first, I never realised that the week that Michael Hutchins died, when she got back from the funeral, that was when it broke about her father.
Yes. They were waiting for her at the door.
Yeah.
Imagine.
And I'm just thinking, the guy who said it at the funeral, the guy who, his mate or something, said it in front of everyone at Huey Green's funeral. I mean, it just makes him an even bigger bell cheese, I think. I mean, how cruel can you be?
Yeah.
How absolutely cruel. And he said, oh, it's because what Huey Green wanted. No, it wasn't. He did it because he did it for his own, self-importance, it seems to me.
Yeah, and it was complete news to her. She, as far as she was concerned, she adored her dad. That was the man who'd brought her up, and she had no suspicions that there might be anything like that on the horizon. She's at the most vulnerable point in her life, having lost someone she was madly in love with and risked everything for. And then she gets hit with that. But that's entertainment, ain't it? That's what the newspapers wanted.
And the other thing, it kind of concluded at the end. Oh, sorry if I'm spoilers here, everybody. That it kind of said, oh well, you know, she took heroin and she hadn't been used to it, and therefore it was probably an accidental. I don't buy that, because Paula Yates was intelligent enough to know about that sort of thing. So I'm just wondering if it was, you know.
And she'd been,
meant.
from what they were saying, she was clean. She'd been clean for a couple of years.
Yeah.
She'd got away from the old kind of circles that she was moving in. She'd gone out to the seaside, hadn't she? Hastings.
Yeah.
And then she came back. Oh, man. What
She
all you see is
heroin.
what a damn shame. What a shame.
Oh yeah, I mean, and what a talent! I never realised, you know, because I just kind of at the time just saw the stuff that she was on, and a lot of it was like, you know, her shtick that she portrayed,
Yes.
which is fine. But I never realised, you know, she was a real woman of substance behind all that.
Yeah.
And it really upset me, actually. You know, it was really sad. So, did you ever meet Paula, Ian?
No. No, the Hutchins died when we were doing the 11 o'clock show. I seem to remember that. So, you know, loads of jokes about that. But no, I never met her.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that was sad. Anyway, maybe on sort of a happier reflection, Catherine, this is for you maybe, given what you've said about your teenagers. Now, there's this comedy series which you may or may not be aware of called Pen 15.
No. Tell me more.
It's on Sky Comedy Channel, I think. And it's a couple of years old, and it's like really good. And it's like these two adult actors who play teenagers, right? And the rest of the actors around them are actual teenagers.
Oh, God, right, okay.
And I think the writer is reflecting on her experience as a teenager. But the acting is so brilliant that it's really funny. Now, I do have to say, sometimes as an older male, I feel that I shouldn't be watching some of it. But
Dirty bastard.
because it's like, you know, how teenagers are at school, you know, American school.
Yeah.
But it's like really funny. So
All right, I'll
it's
have a go. What's
half
that
an
on?
hour episodes. I'd definitely recommend you. And obviously, Pen 15 is penis. So, yeah. So I'd definitely recommend it.
What's it on?
Is dick.
It's on Sky. If
All
you
right.
do have you got Sky?
Yeah.
If you do a search for Pen 15, it'll come up.
All right. I'll
And,
do it. Thank you.
So,
I
yeah,
appreciate that. I could do with a bit of light relief.
yes. And Ian, it's good to see you back. Obviously, very sorry about George, as you know. And
Yeah, thank you, man. It's,
everything.
Yeah, it's thank you. I know you know what it's like.
do you think that you would get any more cats now or not?
No, I'm fine with the 4. I don't even know if I can be bothered to catch Dennis. I kind of think Dennis, it sounds silly, but they were fighting, I think, just before George died. So I don't really want to get involved in Dennis. I might catch him, but I'm not going to keep him. I'm done. I'm not getting any more cats. 4 is plenty.
Yes. Well, good. Jeannie continues to be very affectionate towards me and supportive.
Wow. Hey, Willow climbed up on my lap last week and went to sleep.
Oh, brilliant. How many years has it been?
3. 3 years. I'm still thinking it's some sort of mistake. Maybe her eyesight's going or something.
She just, from what you've said, she just comes over to me as a real character.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
And,
She's hilarious. I've always preferred a grump. I find them more rewarding when they start to buckle.
yeah. Oh, and the final thing I wanted to say, and then I'll go, is I've been, similar to yourselves, I've been watching Married at First Sight in Australia.
Yeah, they don't get
Yes.
married. Turns out they're not actually married. It's just they
Well,
just
I did
it's called
Google it
meeting
and-
at first sight.
Well, I googled it as well, Ian, and it said that actually, if you want to, you can take that ceremony
Yes.
as being married.
yeah,
So,
if you want to, you can take me as being the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan.
Well, I thought you were.
Klux.
Anyway.
Well, I'm not anymore. They voted me out.
Not racist enough.
Too
I
racist.
just
racist.
wondered, maybe this is something I should go in for.
Oh,
Married at first sight.
Well, why stop there? Apparently, Davina's going to be doing a middle-aged Love Island.
Well, there you go.
Get your swimmers.
Um,
You're off
get
to
on that.
Mallorca.
Because I can always.
Dean, I refunded you £218 because that was very, very kind of you. But I felt slightly uncomfortable. I know it's your choice, and I know that you decided to do that. I felt that perhaps it was taking advantage. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, just it felt like too much.
So I give you £218 back. So thank you for the £100. That is very, very kind
you.
and is appreciated. I hope that's okay, Dean, and I hope that hits in the way it's meant to hit. Good evening, Faith.
Hello. I need a little bit of guidance on a certain situation that's happened recently.
Okay.
Sorry, I will cry. One of my close secondary school mates passed away
Oh, I'm so sorry.
quite recently. And it's almost a bit of a shock because we're similar in age. We're only a couple of weeks apart, same month. And I haven't got any, coping mechanisms. And I haven't experienced this loss as close as it is. And I feel a little bit lost. And Mum's helped me out quite a bit with it. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd turn to you guys because Mum's kind of come on here and got help. So
Faith, first of all, there's nothing we can say to make you not feel like this. And actually, the way you're feeling is perfectly natural and normal. And it's part of a process, and you can't rush it, and you can't cheat it. And it's one of these things that I don't think you get over, but you get used to. Right? And at some point in the future, you'll be able to talk about that person and smile rather than cry. But actually, at the moment, tears are the response, right?
yeah, very much.
And that's all right.
But yeah, it's just come at me in waves, and I have really struggled with processing because of recent sort of like pre-diagnosis as autism. So it's all very strange in the way that my brain is kind of processing it. Like since I'd be completely like fine and like I'd almost forget about it, and then when I'm then reminded of it, it's almost like, oh, there it is again, that feeling of like, oh. So
I had a friend that used to call that the grief ninja. Just when you think you're alone, all of a sudden there it is.
Yeah, very much. It's been a bit much, and like literally the day I found out, I had college the next day, and I went mistakenly because I just didn't know what to do with myself, and the only way that I can kind of, process is by doing something else, and then returning back to that situation that's happened, and it's very, very strange. And then I couldn't go back to college the next day because I was feeling so low and so sort of in this state of like almost shock, but also like emotionally out of it. It felt like someone else was like kind of driving my body, and then it's just me sitting in the background like, okay, I'll just look at the scenery while I'm there. But it's like I had to go back to the place where we grew up, which was my old secondary school, which I currently do work placement there. And it felt kind of like safe and a little bit of bubble because it's familiarity to me, and it's the only way that I can kind of feel comfort without feeling out of place. It's just I just can't get my head around what's happened is what I'm struggling now with. It's just mental because there's certain situations I've experienced which was the cause of his death. So that's sort of replaying in my mindset of like, okay, that happened, that's what happened. That might have been what happened when he did pass, and it's coming into like this sort of loop, and I don't know how to move that. It's very weird.
When did he die?
End of February.
May I ask what his name was?
Nathan.
Nathan.
And I haven't had a chance to sit down, process it, and let it out.
So what do you think you need?
I don't necessarily want to, like... It's really difficult to talk about it. I guess some sense of comfort, which is where the familiarity of the secondary school kind of gave me. And I tried to submerge myself in that safe place, if you will. But it's not always available to me due to college and everything else. So
what do you mean with the school?
So it was the kind of place that we kind of grew up there, like from all the way from year 7 to year 11. And that's the familiarity that I have and the connection that I have with him. And I try to submerge myself in that comfort and that sort of state of not okay, but like as in the sense of it's like a hug. The only way I can explain it, it's like a hug.
Yeah. You physically go there, or you go there in your mind?
Physically.
And you go and you go into the school. You go outside the school. What are you doing?
I go into the school and I do my work placement. I actually took more days on when it was nearer to when I found out.
Mm-hmm.
And I go in and do what I was supposed to do, which is some level of degree of like support, like in class, like a TA. Because there's still a lot of teachers there that knew of him, and I can not necessarily speak about it, but like there's that look of like I can't explain it. It's so difficult.
I wonder what it would be like to speak to one or some of them about it.
It would be like I keep using the word difficult. It's I can't speak about it without breaking down, and that's the thing that I don't want to do.
Why don't you want to do that?
Sense of judgment, because there wasn't a lot of communication with him outside of like year 11. So it's like, oh, what? It's almost like my brain goes, what gives you the right?
So because you didn't speak too much outside of year 11, you believe that you don't deserve to be upset?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you know intellectually that's not true.
Yeah, I've been told, but I don't believe it in myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's difficult sometimes for the intellectual bit you know something, but emotionally you can't feel it. Those two don't always connect.
No.
I wonder, and this is just a suggestion, I wonder what it would be like for you to maybe write a letter to Nathan.
Yeah. I can express everything down onto pieces of paper. It's just it's like my verbal voice is very different to my inside self, if you know what I mean. So I guess that would kind of be easier to do like that.
What do you mean? And obviously, there is neurodiversity here, and everyone is completely different as to how that impacts on them. So, what do you mean that what's going on in here is different to what you say?
So, I have a journal on my notes that I've been told to write down all of my feelings because I have high anxiety when it comes to college and everything like that. And that notes is a direct cipher of my inside head voice, or the way I speak inside my head, down to like that piece of notes in my phone. And it's almost like my verbal voice, or the way I speak, is like a dumbed down version of myself.
Oh, so when you write, it's a more honest, not necessarily the best word,
It's more
a
unfiltered.
more genuine representation of what and who you are.
Yeah.
My suggestion is, and it's just a suggestion, is write him a letter saying everything to Nathan that you didn't say when he was alive, that you want to say to him, that you need to share with him.
Okay.
There's a great ritual where you can go and read it to him, and I don't know where that would be. Now, maybe that's at the school, maybe that's at the grave, or where his ashes were scattered, or somewhere that was special to him, or somewhere that was special to you. Is read it out loud. It's like a spell. It's like casting a spell. Read it out loud. And what some people like to do is then just burn the letter, so it goes off into the universe. I don't know. It may not work. It may not be something that you're comfortable with doing. I know it's brought a lot of people some comfort.
Yeah, I do a lot of that sort of stuff with like the burning or something, a letter or
powerful.
Everything. So I work a lot with fire itself, if you will.
Burning stuff is powerful. It's powerful and it has different meanings for so many people. For me, I'm sending that thing. That thing now exists in the universe as opposed to a physical thing in my pocket. It is part of nature.
Yeah,
is what it does for me. You will have your own reasoning and your own connection with fire and burning things.
Yeah.
And keep talking to Nathan. Grief doesn't go away. It just changes. It just changes shape, and it is always there. People go, "Oh, you should. I want to get over it." And stuff. Well, we don't. It just changes. It just changes shape, and in some ways that's quite sad, but in some ways it's quite comforting. It means we never forget. We never forget.
If you didn't love someone, you wouldn't grieve them. It's kind of the payoff. Doesn't go anywhere, you see. Someone said that, didn't they? That grief is love with nowhere to go. Well, it does have somewhere to go, actually. It's just about working out how to manifest that. And actually, I think you need to look after yourself a little bit as well.
Yeah.
I would also suggest, Faith, it's less than a month. So fresh. And whatever comes up, you might be, well, obviously you're sad, you might be pissed off with him, you might be pissed off with God. Whatever comes up is okay. And this, you're an intelligent and an emotionally intelligent young woman. Whatever comes up is okay, and it's part of it.
Yeah, I just need to understand that part a little bit more, because I've only ever experienced 2 other occasions of someone's death, and they haven't been in close connection to me, as in like I haven't bonded or I haven't had that sense of, real connection with them, and that this is why it's different this time around. And I just, like I said, I didn't know what to do with myself. I just don't understand how to cope other than going to the places or being in the place that we were both there at the same time, if you know what I mean.
You do whatever you need to do. The last couple of weeks have been tough for me since my little boy died, and I've just wanted to stop thinking, because if I think, I get really sad. So I'm up in my bedroom on my own at 2:30 in the morning watching Dragon's Den because I'm struggling to get to sleep and I don't want that silence, and that's okay. Because that is what I have needed to do. And then I'll allow myself a little window of sobbing and crying for him. And then it's like, I don't want to feel this anymore. I'm going to watch The Apprentice. So that is one way that I cope with grief, is I block it out. And then every now and then I'll just open it a bit and then go, right, I want to block it out again. I need some noise. I need to go for a walk with a podcast really loud in my ears. I need to play some music. That's one of my coping mechanisms. You will come up with your own.
Yeah, it's so much of a shock. That's all. And I'm glad that I ended up talking to you guys about it, because now I have somewhat of different ways to kind of try. And I mean, I took 6 days off of college, and I go in 3 days a week. So basically 2 weeks off of college, just to really sit and really go through like everything that's kind of like happened within that short amount of time. Because there's other situations that I'm also dealing with, like the neurotypical side of things that I'm struggling with, and it's like, everything's kind of just hit me all at once, and then I've had this on top of everything, and I've just basically broken down and shut myself down. I guess it's the only way I can kind of like explain it. It's like burnout.
Yeah. That's your body saying, right, enough.
Yeah.
Enough, just stop. Just stop. And that's okay.
We just need to breathe.
Yeah. And do the thing of just get through the next 10 minutes, get through the next 1 minute, and then get through the next, just get your head on the pillow, that thing. Don't think too far in advance, and don't worry about how you're feeling, because it's all a process.
I feel so much better. It's just been kind of like piling up over like the past couple of days, and I've just gone, I don't know where to put all of this stuff. So I just thought, well, you guys are on, so I may as well call in.
It's that whole 1 minute at a time thing. Just try and stay in the moment as much as you can.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
And your mum loves the bones of you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure sometimes you don't even need to speak to her. But she's there.
Yeah. Well, she's not here right now. She's out.
What a shit!
I know, right? No, she deserves it. She needs a bit of a break.
Hang on a minute. You whatever you've just done.
On you.
Yeah, whatever you've just done, undo it. You're stood on a cable.
Right, I'm going to go. Have a lovely night, guys.
Goodbye. Catherine stood on my cable.
Oh, now it's pulled out. Hang on.
I can still hear. See you later, Chowsy Chow Chows. I can still hear.
I can't.
Okay, well.
Is it the blanket that's fallen on it? I didn't.
No, it was your foot. There's that. Oh. Thank you, Faith.
Life is tricky, isn't it? Just when you think you've got it sorted, someone pulls your cable out.
There we go. 0203 286 6370 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. You're very, very welcome. A lot of people say it's great to have you back on Twitch. Where have you been? We do 2 shows every single week. And we will tell you about those in just a little bit. Here's Kate Farr.
Hello.
Hello. I thought, I'll phone up in solidarity with Faith. I'm a little bit further along the line than she is, but, it does get a bit better. I'm 10 weeks out from the most horrific accident I've ever known. So, yeah. And that I've been going through that whole guilt thing sort of over the last couple of weeks. That for some reason I shouldn't be feeling like this because, yes, we were friends, but it was only a neighbour and, we weren't close friends and, And then I think I was with him at the end. I think I'm allowed to feel like this,
I wonder what that is. Do you think it's some sort of weird psychological way of trying to diminish it to try and talk yourself out of it?
I think, yeah, it's something like that because it's just like you saw all his friends at the funeral and you're thinking, well, they went probably out with him every week and whatever. And it's like, we lived next door to him for about probably 6 years and then he moved out and then we moved. But, we've kept in contact with the family because Pete does work for them and his sister cut my hair. And, it's one of those families where everyone knows everyone. Half of this town are related. He's got a lot of cousins and stuff, and some of them are my friends. And it's that whole, do I feel like a fraud, sort of thing. When people probably look at you going, well, why is she so upset? I don't even know who she is, like at the funeral and stuff.
When I was stood in the church giving Lino's eulogy, I thought, what the fuck am I doing here? I only met him when he was in a coma. Some of these people worked with him. And that's something I've not quite been able to get my head around. And I empathise in some way. It's like a different circumstance, but I empathise with that feeling that you're describing.
But then I have to sort of take myself back to like what a couple of members, quite a few members of his family, like his extended family, said to us at the funeral. They're like, they were like, it might sound weird and horrible. Well, not horrible, but they're glad it happened at our house. Because they know us, they have a link with us, where there's no problem with ever, like, if anyone wants to come up here or whatever, we let them all put flowers outside. We had a massive, there were so many flowers on the verge outside our house. Because they said it could have been someone who was just a client, didn't really know him, and been like, the accidents happened. No, we don't want anyone else coming up here. We just sort of want to forget about it. Mm-hmm. Whereas, we're doing that, and, things which have comforted me. I've actually been spending more time out in the front garden, which is where it happened. Bizarrely, that it doesn't feel uncomfortable to me to be out there. And I'm like making the garden nice because I feel like I should. And I was cutting a hedge out the front the other day to make it neat. And I was using a pair of loppers and being really girly about it. And I could just hear him laughing at me for being rubbish at doing this like manual labour. You don't want to do it like that. You want to do it like this. This is the sort of guy he was. But so I'm I'm trying to make it nice out there. And I found a rose with his name. And it's yellow and it's bright, so it's nice and bubbly, sort of thing. And we're going to plant that out there. So there's sort of just something there to sort of commemorate him, as it were. And also he loved Snoopy. So I've told Pete when our workshop that he was building is built, we are sticking a Snoopy toy on the ridge of our roof. It's like no one will know it's probably there. But it'll be there for him. So, it's just, it's one of the it's just like you. I mean, obviously, I could now say to someone else that went through something like this, "Oh, this is what it feels like," but you bloody well hope no one else ever goes through it. It's the, obviously, yeah, one of the most horrific things to ever happen, to me, to have an accident happen at my house on my driveway with a friend, and it end the way it did. But, that's the other thing, which is you've just sort of got this, it's still almost, you can't believe it. You forget and you just think, no, I imagined that happened, didn't it? Mm-hmm. And you turn around and like, no, in the first week, I'm like, they're doubting myself going, no, you've got that wrong. He's not dead. Mm-hmm. And then you think back and go, oh no, I did do that. Oh no, that did happen. So it's a bizarre time. Really is. I'm getting a few flashbacks, which isn't pleasant when they're not wanted. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes you obviously think about it, so you expect them. It's when they're unexpected. Like in the middle of the night the other night, I woke up, as I always, I don't sleep very well, and I just woke up in the middle of the night. But the first thing that popped into my head was the phone call I made to Pete after I'd finished on the phone to 999, screaming at him to get him to come home. But, in the middle of the night, that was just suddenly there in my head. And I'm like, why am I back in the garage screaming down the phone at Pete again right now, at 3 a.m? But, so it's, it's tough stuff. Really is. And yeah, I don't think it'll ever go away. It's just sort of gets slightly easier to deal with. This is really heavy this evening, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's okay.
But it was, Faith saying what she was, and it's just the thing of, it is, it's difficult, and yeah, no matter what situation, I think you'll always feel some sort of thing, probably even friends of his probably feel like, oh, but I shouldn't be this sad because I'm not his family. Do you know what I mean? And that kind of thing, that no matter where you are in it, I think there'll always probably be some kind of thing of, oh, I shouldn't be feeling this upset, it's not this and that. But it will get easier. And like you say, you do find places that you feel comfort. And yeah, bizarrely, mine is outside where it happened. Mm-hmm. So, that everyone's been found that really strange that I don't have an issue with the outside of our house, but it doesn't look, to me, the scene, if I look out the kitchen window now, doesn't look anything like it did that day, because there was a lot of building materials around and stuff, a lot of wood. And all that got taken away at the end of the day. And it sort of went back to being my driveway again. Mm-hmm. So it's like the things that were there that morning are no longer there. So it doesn't really freak me out anymore. But yeah, it will get easier. But it will take time.
How does it feel talking about it?
That's a lot easier now. We've been from the beginning, we've talked, we haven't been quiet about it, because luckily having Pete there from 20 minutes after it happened, we went through a lot of it together. So we were talking, and then well, like the day it happened, I put a message on Discord because I just needed to get it out because I couldn't even tell my family at that point in time. But I needed to just sort of start offloading. And I think, getting it out, no matter how you do it, is, important. Because otherwise, I don't know, bottling up isn't good, but, it acknowledges what you're going through.
Mm.
And it is more comfortable when people know, because that was the whole thing of like when in the first like week or so we go to the supermarket, me and Pete literally like going around with our hoodies up or something, because we're like, we don't want to see anyone, because you don't want to be doing the all right, how are you, happy new year, because it was like that time, how are you doing? Oh yeah, I'm fine. And because if people don't know, so it's that. But you'd be okay if you saw someone who did know, because you could just sort of say hello, and sort of if you just sort of left, they'd be understanding why, if you didn't want to talk. So it's a lot easier. But it's just, I've got to go through, the next thing I've got to get through is we need to restart building again. So I've got to work out how I cope with that.
Yeah, that's going to be tough, I would imagine.
Yes, we're taking it when the ill-fated delivery is made again. We're going on holiday.
I think that's very, very sensible.
We said we will not be back until the offending items are fixed and attached to the building. And then, that's how we get over that thing. And then I then have to work out if I can cope with being here while people are working. And if I can't, then I just find myself somewhere else to work for a while. But, it's something I've just got to work out how I deal with, because I don't think I'll be very good with them being here. And it'll be because they come into the garage and make coffee and stuff, so you can hear them like when you're in the other end of the house, and it'll just be really weird hearing people but not hearing Chris. And and I'm always on edge when I can hear like builders or building work going on. I'm always on edge, sort of like the other day I was like, I could hear there was building work going on somewhere, but I couldn't see where it was, and it got me really nervous. But we'll just have to, as I say, time is the only thing that'll...
You have suffered trauma. This is
Yes.
This is actual, potentially PTSD. This is trauma. You've been through a hideous experience. And that stuff lingers, as you know.
Yep.
And it sounds like you're looking after yourself.
I'm doing the best that I can.
That's it. That's all we got.
And when anyone asks how I am these days, it's not, oh, I'm okay. It's, I'm okay as I can be.
Yeah.
I think you're an inspiration, Kate, for the way you have dealt with a hideous situation.
Well, just, I don't know.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah. And can we watch some like funny videos now or something?
I've got someone upstairs who's been trying to get my attention, so I'm going to go and see him, and then we'll watch some funny videos.
Yay!
Thanks, Kate. See you later.
Bye.
Chows. Let me just go and see what's His Majesty is after. Oh, you can see my bum crack.
That'll cheer everyone up. Just goes to show, doesn't it, that everyone's got stuff going on. I really appreciate those two people for phoning and for sharing their experiences of two really awful situations that unfortunately no human being short of someone who's never had an attachment to another human being, can escape from.
You're very, very welcome. Hello.
We're supposed to talk to each other, aren't we? That was kind of the way human beings are set up, to live in communities and talk to each other.
I've got a food order. Excuse me, I have a food order.
Is that what that was?
That was a food order and a J2O order.
Anyway, really inspired by how you spoke to Faith. Thank you very much. Is it too late to call in? It's absolutely not too late to call in.
No, you don't know how to answer the phone, though.
Well, you can phone in and then Ian will come. Look,
No,
here comes
I'm
Luke.
busy. I'm busy
Hang
for
on.
5 minutes.
All right, hang on. Let's see if I can make this work. And then I have to press. There, see, I can do it. Hello, Luke. Oh, where's Luke gone? No, this is not my fault. This is Skype. Luke, can you hear us? Are you all right? Why can't we hear you? Gone. Someone else try, because I reckon I did that right. Although now... Try, Sarah, and then I'll get you up, because I reckon I did that right, but it was just the sound. Here we go. Right, here we go. Let's try this one.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh,
Hello, it worked.
It worked, you see. Wasn't just me.
How are you?
I'm all right, thanks. What's going on, Sarah?
I feel really weird calling in now.
Don't.
On top of everybody else. But I wasn't going to call in or anything. But I'm having a bit of a weird one as well, and I thought I would share, because just to make it a more miserable show. Last week I found out that my dad's got 3 months to live.
Oh, shit.
Kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's all consuming, really. Like, I try not to think about it. And it's just everything.
Yeah.
And I've still got to do shit. I've still got to go to work. I've still got to look after a 3-year-old. I've still got to just do everything. And I just want to shut myself away and tell everyone just to leave me alone. And I'm just in total limbo. I can't grieve him because he's still here. And my whole life's falling apart. I just don't know what to do.
It's a really tough one. It's a really tough one. And I get it. Unfortunately, I do get it. And all I can tell you is what's helped me, which is we've got now, right? They give you this kind of sentence, don't they? And they say they've got X number of months. But they're there now. So we can sit and wait for it to happen, or we can do some stuff about it. Right? You know, we're not going to invent cures or anything like that, but make the most of the time we've got. You never know. Also, this sort of prognosis stuff isn't an exact science. There's always chances. But at the same time, all we ever have, regardless of how long we've been told we've got, is now, right?
Yeah.
Is he nearby?
No, he's like, I'm in Essex and he's in Norfolk.
Right.
So it's like a 4-hour kind of trip. It's not just, I can't just pop in and see him. It's kind of I've booked a week off in work in April, and I was going to get the train down and just spend a week with him because my boy is a terrorist, basically. If he's in the same room, he's just a whirling dervish. You can't.
Yeah. Which is
You
great
can't
in some
concentrate
ways
on
because,
anything.
you know, when you've got little ones, they don't give a shit about anything other than themselves. And sometimes that can be a huge relief because they're the ones that are not looking at you going, are you okay? They don't care if you're okay. What's for tea?
Exactly. No fucks given. Really. And my dad is like the most sarcastic, sardonic man you could ever meet. And he doesn't want anyone being upset around him.
No.
He he just wants to take the piss. He wants to say, you know, this is what I'm going to play at my funeral, or if you don't make me a coffee in the next 10 minutes, you know, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. And he's really dialing it up to 11 and is expecting everyone else to match that kind of energy.
At the
but
same
we're
time,
not as strong as him.
No, well, and at the same time, you're in a different position to him, right? You're already... You feel like you should be doing something, but what is there to be done?
My pleasure.
And the fact is, it's just about what I said earlier on. It's about being in the moment, right? And I get it. They don't want to be reminded that they're ill. They don't want to be your patient. As far as he's concerned, he wants to carry on cracking jokes because that's who he is.
Yeah.
Have you got a friend you can talk to? Like not someone within the family, because sometimes that can be a whole other political game, can't it? Because you don't really want to upset everyone else.
I'm a big crier, so once I get started, I find it quite hard to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So I've told a lot of people, I've just texted them, said this is what's happening, but if you see me, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, to try and just have a bit of distance, because I'm just trying to not... Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you're in it all the time anyway. You don't need to be explaining it to people. I get it.
Yeah. So I know my friends will be there when I need them, but I'm just trying not to... It's just weird, because everyone was ringing up tonight, and I wasn't going to ring and talk about it, but I just thought I'd just let other people know that shit happens. I don't know what my reasoning was. Sorry.
I'm glad you rang.
But thanks, Kath. And I've been listening to, I've been on the Iain Lee Vault, I've been listening to you and Ian at Talk Radio a lot, because I don't like to have quiet on at all, so I feel like you guys are with me in the past, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's it's an honor to be that thing that you're listening to get rid of the silence. You know, that's say the one for me is Dragon's Den. You know, she's been watching Dragon's Den and this shit, but just needed something to stop me thinking, and I'm glad that we've been able to help remotely in that way.
So yeah, thank you both. Thank you very much.
All right, take care.
Oh, you can have fun now.
Shall I cut you off? I missed what was the story, but a lot of people saying record your dad's voice and ask him lots of questions. Yeah. That's my sister, which reminds me, I did start interviewing my mum, and I haven't done that for quite a while, so I have to pick that up.
Here comes Luke.
Here comes Luke.
Can we hear his beautiful voice?
Hello.
Yes, we can. Hey, Luke.
I just wanted to twist things, if that's okay, for the last three callers, and my heart goes out to all three of them, is that over the last 18 years or so, I lost my mum and my sister both to cancer. My mum was 54, my sister was 44, bless them. And of course, at that time, it was horrendous. You know, I suffered a lot of anxiety, grief, OCD from it as well. And I had grief counselling from it just to get through that. I had 6 to 8 sessions in each. And then when I found happiness with my girlfriend at the time, who became pregnant with my twins, I suffered with paranoia. So I had CBT therapy, which really, really, really helped me. And I mean, I still use things that I learned from that 8 years ago, I still use today. What I've tried to do now is turn my life around for that and help others. So I now run my own men's peer support meetings, and started 3 years ago, and it's really started to grow now. It's allowing men to really open up and talk about how they're feeling. And for the first time in maybe my life, I'll be able to look in the mirror and go, I'm really proud of you. You know,
that's a feeling, isn't it? That's a feeling when you get that, and your perspective. I mean, I don't know what we would be like before, but when your perspective of yourself changes, and you can think, oh, I'm doing something that's helping. I'm a good person, you know, which sounds like that's what you experience now.
Absolutely. I've heard men come up to me and say, look, you've saved my life. There's times that it's got really dark for me. And again, we should really emphasise, you know, there's places out there for people to go to when they need support. Even in emergencies, you know, there's the NHS 111 option 2. There's Samaritans out there. There's lots of places for people to turn to when they're in them dark moments. You know, we have to say thank God that you two are here this evening, because those three last callers may needed that conversation today and didn't know where to turn to. So you two are there tonight, and they've turned to you, and you've helped them, which is just incredible. So all it is trying to emphasise to those three people is you're not alone in what you're going through. There is so many places that are going to be supporting you going forward. You know, 3 years ago when I launched my Fermented Talk meetings, I thought I was going to help 3 or 4 men, which has been fantastic. And the first group meeting I put on in Bedfordshire, we had 19 men through the door. Wow. It was just incredible. And obviously we had then COVID. We moved the meetings virtually for the time being, and now we've launched 4 meetings. We're now to launch another 2, so we're in 6 different towns now, and starting to grow. And it's just that need for, especially us men, because us men, Ian, you know, we don't talk, and that's why I'm trying to give safe, comfortable environments for men to be able to open up, to talk about how they're feeling. And I know that these groups are making a difference to a lot of men. We had 108 meetings last year. I had 1,400 attendees. You know, it's just been an amazing thing. And even, for instance, we've had guys, we do walking groups as well now, and there were 7 of us last year, 7 guys, all range of the ages of 20s to the late 60s, and we all got together, and we've been training for 12 weeks, and we did a walking marathon. You know, so not only were we talking about how we're feeling, we're getting that exercise in to improve our mental health, and it's just been a life changer. So all I'm saying to these people, these callers, the last 3, time is that famous saying, time is a healer, but you need to really open up and talk about how you're feeling, because if you hold it in, that's when it'll get darker, and that's when it'll get harder to overcome what you're going through.
I would just want one emphasis, like caveat, for most people. There are some people, I think, that actually they deal with it in a different way, and that can be just as good for them. I'm obviously a big fan of talking therapy because that's my job. Yeah. There are some people who they process things in a different way. I use caveat just in case there's anyone listening who's like, when people are in the chat are asking where can they find out about your men's groups. I'm assuming you have a website, the internet.
Yeah, I generally don't come in to promote it, but it's fermentedtalk.co.uk. We're all over social medias. So we launched it in Bedfordshire and Cambridgeshire, but it's about between Stockport. But like I said, because we're on virtually meetings, we have guys up and down the country, even Miami and Canada join us occasionally as well. So yeah, emphasise, just spread the word, please, people.
What did you say? Fermentertalk.co.uk, is that it?
It is, yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. Nice one, man. Well done, Luke. Well done for contributing to society and making a difference.
And we have met Ian before. I am.
You're the Dan TDM guy, right?
Dan TDM guy, yeah.
There we go. One of the people I was with is up there. I've said this story many times. We went to see Dan TDM, the YouTuber, although he's cutting back on his videos.
Really is.
At Wembley Arena, and I guess it was on Twitter that you went, I'm here as well, and I can see you. So then me and my boys, we had a picture of him, and we're like, where is he? He's down there in the good seats. All right, yeah, fair play.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It's a long time ago now.
We got to meet him afterwards.
Yeah, I bet you did. I wonder why that.
Because I used to be on the telly. So there's me, there's James Buckley, and there's Charlie Brooker with our kids.
Yeah, you won the dad prize that day.
Let's just name drop this now as well then. My twin boys were in Maleficent Mistress of Evil with Angelina Jolie. So we met her a few times as well.
Yeah, I kissed her. All right, Luke, nice. Nice, thank you very much, Luke. There we go. It's Pledge Week. It's the OG Pledge Week.
For God's sake, let's put some nice videos on now.
We gave Dean 218 quid back. I've been.
We pledged to Dean.
I had a couple of stiff ones in the kitchen. If you want to go in the kitchen, I'll give you a stiff one.
No, thanks. I'm not in the mood.
I'm thinking, why don't we give him that money back? Iain Lee Katherine, really tried. The confidence to phone in and explain how you saved my life after my partner died. The only thing I got out of bed for was to listen to your shows. But pills out ready to take, but didn't because I wanted to hear your next show. Very grateful. And we're grateful that you're here and you're alive. And it's always lovely to see my name pop up in there. And we're grateful that you're alive. Do you know what? Fuck it. It's a clunky gear change. It is Pledge Week. A load of people have come in and gone, oh my God, I've missed you guys so much. Where have you been? We're doing shows every single week. We do 2 shows a week behind a paywall. Richard has just put the link in the chat. If you're listening to the podcast of this, you can get this a full 2.5, 3 hour podcast every single week by going to patreon.com/Iain and Katherine. Patreon.com/IAIM and Katherine with a K. You can sign up for just £2 a month will help us. If you want to get those bonus pods, it's $4.99 plus VAT a month. And you can come in for a month, cane as many podcasts as you want, and then go.
And there are bloody loads.
Yeah, there's about 2,000 hours worth of podcasts and
Used to be in bed.
video shows. Twisty Faith, £1 and 1 penny. Thank you very much indeed. We'll come back to that in a second. Good evening, caller. I thought so. Just someone trying it. Tell you what, should we shit them up?
I used to do that when they used to do the thing for going live.
Let's shit them up.
Hello.
Cool. Here we go.
Jaden Coppage.
Oh, he's a baby! He's a baby! I'm not going to troll a little baby.
Big up yourself.
Hello. You've tried to reach Jaden. He's not here at the moment. It's Pledge Week, so patreon.com/Iain and Katherine. If you want to sign up, there's over 2,000 hours worth of stuff. Hey, £15 and above Patreons. We are seeing you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. 10 a.m.
Hello? Oh, I can't hear you.
That's your problem, not ours.
Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Good.
Welcome, Dean. Welcome to the show. Thank you for your very kind donation.
Oh, you're welcome. You shouldn't have given the money back, but it's too late now.
No refunds.
Yep.
No, you're very generous. Thank you. How can we help you this evening?
I haven't got much to say. Just been listening to all this that's been going on.
Yeah.
All very moving stuff.
Yeah.
Don't have anything to say myself. Just what's been? I've had a cold.
Okay.
And
You've got off lightly compared to everyone else that's called in that case.
Well, yes. Perhaps I should have mentioned it.
No, cold's a cold. You are in a vulnerable position.
Yes. It's been 3 weeks since I've had it.
Yeah, it's been.
I remember that song. That's a great song.
That's a great song. It really is.
Yes. But anyway, what else was I going to say?
Bed.
Oh, I don't know, because I got a big chunk of money coming.
Well, you don't give it to us, you muppet.
Spend it on booze and tattoos like everyone else.
Video games.
Well, I can't spend it on any. I did buy some video games actually. I bought that Hi-Fi Rush.
Have you got Xbox or PlayStation?
I've got a PC.
Oh, you're a PC gamer. Any good?
It's not too bad.
I've heard it's good, but then it wears a bit thin. I've been playing Age of Empires 2.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Classic.
I've never played it. I heard you say you didn't like Civ, whereas I liked Civ actually.
Well, because it's a PC game on a console I'm playing, and that kind of thing, you kind of need a mouse. It says, have you ever played this before? And even if you say no, it doesn't really teach you. So I watched like a 35-minute YouTube tutorial. And I just couldn't get it. So I've gone to Age of Empires 2, which is the same thing but significantly easier.
Well, I set everything to the lowest possible skill level, and no enemies.
Okay.
And
what, in Civ 6?
Yeah.
So you're just building.
What?
You're just building.
It's basically armed Sims.
I wanted to see if I could reach Mars, because that's the goal.
Professor Rint says you can use mouse and keyboard with consoles now, not when you're in your bed playing it. That's right, got an Xbox and a TV.
Well, you can, because I'm in my bed and I use the keyboard and mouse.
Oh, I can't be asked. I can't be asked. I'm playing on the Xbox because I want to do... What the
Oh,
fudge?
what's this magic?
It's a mini keyboard.
I want to play... I like controllers. I want to play... I'm a controller player.
And
Oh. That is a mouse.
A remote control mouse, so it goes on my bed.
Okay. That's not an image.
Anyway, I'm glad you two are in a good mood.
Always.
Yes. It's all good. Should I leave you to it?
Oh, okay. Yes, sorry. Lance Reddick has died. Now, who is Lance Reddick? He was in everything for a while. He was certainly in Lost. Well, he's only 10 years older than me. So this is Lance.
He was in The Wire, John Wick.
He's very deep voiced, and he quite often played. Was he in Lost or was he in Fringe? He was in both, right? Let me set it up so you can see him. Zoom. What am I doing? Zoom screen. Fringe. Was he in? He was in Lost. Yeah. I'm getting very close to rewatching Lost. I'm just deciding, do I do a podcast or not? That's what the deciding thing is. He's died 60.
Man alive. Well,
I'm not going to go to TMZ. They can fuck off. Died of natural causes. He died of natural causes. He's doing interviews for filming John Wick 4. Oh, I can't wait for the anti-vaxxers to jump on this.
oh yeah, because anyone now.
Ah, man. Thank you, Sol, who told us that. Thank you for that. That's a shame. Caterfer tipped £2.99 to round it up to £1.90. Yeah, the Ann Summers lady died too.
Shortly after her dad.
Saw Clinton making totally inappropriate jokes too soon.
He didn't,
like
did
he said something like you can get 4 butt plugs for a £5. Oh my God. They're doing a 21 bum salute or something. That was Clinton Baptiste. That's the person you work with.
I don't. I know Linda, but she.
Let me find.
She would not sanction that kind of.
You take that call,
humour.
and I'll find.
My word. Hello, who's that?
It's Giselle, Catherine. How are you?
Hey, Giselle. Long time no speak. What's going on in your world?
Oh, we exploded about 3 years ago, like everybody else's.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Transitions. So, when life happens and often kind of kicks you up the backside, I am thinking to myself, well, what can I do now? And as you point out, we only have now.
Mm.
So, yourself and Ian have both, taken steps to change careers. And I try not to take in too many things from two different people because, it's not always the brightest thing. But I was just wondering, because what I'm thinking about is coaching.
Right.
Because people tell me I'm very good at helping people to kind of utilise the tools that they already have. Background of being a carer and things like that. But that kind of thing doesn't have a set structure. So what I was wondering between either of you is that where do you find the kind of confidence or blind faith or stupidity to just go, yeah, I'm going to do it. This is what I'm going to do, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll do it because this is what it feels like to me. So I just wondered if there was anything either of you wanted to share.
We're both in different positions. Ian's was on purpose. Mine was the result of rugs being pulled. So I'm having to do what has to be done. I've got 2 kids, and it's just, necessity, a lot of it. And actually, in a weird kind of way, I've ended up doing something that I did not plan for, which is very unusual, up to the point where we kind of pursued this. In that, I trained as a journalist. I thought that was going to be it forever. And I was working in radio and it was okay. And, it was something I was fairly good at. But that was where it was looking like I was staying. And then we sort of started working together and things happened and opportunities came. And I learned how to say yes to stuff. And I'm trying to keep hold of that spirit, even though it's more difficult when you've got other people dependent on you. In terms of the teaching that's happened, that happened while I was looking the other way. I've been applying for other jobs and being unsuccessful. And then, what is it you say? The universe fills a void.
I say vacuum.
A vacuum.
The universe will always fill a vacuum.
But in the meantime, I try and do what I can to put wheels in motion for myself. But actually, I realise, looking back, that often that time that I've spent trying to organise things has just been time making myself feel like I have some sort of control over an uncontrollable situation, which is not very helpful for you trying to set something up. Ian?
Well, yeah, I agree. In that nothing is in our control. The only thing constant is change.
Yeah, wait for the opportunities, know when it's presenting itself, right, and have the courage to go with it. But Ian, you set yourself up, didn't you?
Everything seemed to fall into place. Something I considered for a while. June the 8th or whenever it was, got the phone call, you're not coming back into talk radio. Twitch got in touch with me pretty quickly after that and offered some, to pay me some money to do a show. But I don't even really, I remember going on Twitter and saying, I'm thinking of being a counsellor. It all just happened. It was higher power. Someone got in touch who'd been a TV presenter and was a counsellor. I didn't know her, but she got in touch and said, we had a couple of big long emails where she said, this is how I did it. Everything fell into place. She said, these are my tutors. They've just set up their own college. It's year 2, so it's significantly cheaper than everywhere else. And because it's 1 day a week as opposed to 1 evening a week, you can do it in 2 years instead of 4 or 5 years. And I got in touch with them, and by the grace of whatever, I didn't get offered a job until right at the end of that course. I wasn't offered a job. And right at the end, I was offered the breakfast show on Jack. Had it come 3 months earlier, I would have had to say no. It all fell in place, and the tricky bit for me was taking the dive to say, right, I don't want to be a broadcaster anymore. I want to set up my own business and do this. That was the bold bit. Going to college wasn't bold. It was there's an element of bravery in it for me, but that was just the thing. Quitting the thing I've been doing for 30 years and setting up my private practice, that was the tough bit for me, and it's the best thing I've ever done.
Chris there is saying it's not what you know, it's who you know. That's not been my
Connection.
experience.
But also, it's I guess to filter it down, both mine and Catherine's experiences are completely different, as will be everyone's else's. So I've got no advice for you. I have no suggestions to make. You will make what happen.
Holy shit!
There's a moth. It's been annoying me for the last 3 minutes. I have no advice or suggestions. It's a very personal journey. I guess the thing for me was I kept doing it. There were so many times during that course I thought, this is bullshit. I'm not going to do this. And I told them, I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think I'm going to. But so I suppose the lesson for me was sticking with something and believing I am good enough at something.
Yeah, I find that very relatable. The one thing I'm thinking is that, I don't want to go and train in something which is, a bit similar and a bit transferable, but isn't the right thing. And that kind of lack of, like a timeline, like a structured thing of ticking various boxes is not the case with something that is vocational, that doesn't necessarily have, an ethics board at the top or whatever. And it's just like, it's taking that jump away, because in order to change and find something new, you have to let go, which is not my forte. But it's kind of finding the thing that feels right. So I think there's elements there of what is necessity, what, you can do where you're kind of put in a box, but also, an element of trusting yourself and trusting the process. I just think I'm searching a little bit for where that is. And I think the conflict I have is that I have a background of a wide variety of life experiences that are slightly unusual, but it comes up against, I'm good at doing things for other people, but then struggle with connecting to myself without doing that. And so I then get people turn around and say to me, we've got to do something for yourself, and this isn't. And I was just like, right, well, which is the right direction? And I think maybe listening to the thing that comes up more might be the way to be able to kind of take the step back and kind of listen to kind of what comes up, whether that is, people that get in touch or connection to who you know, whether that is being backed into a corner or, whatever it is. But I just think it's hard sometimes to kind of go, right, I'm going to let go of what I know and what's familiar and what I know about, and I'm going to do
terrifying.
This.
It's terrifying.
Exactly, yeah.
It's not, it's terrifying.
Well, and then sometimes you realise you've been holding on to something that was not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
in some
Yep.
ways, that's easy because the decision then is made for you. But that's not
Okay.
nice, that feeling of free fall.
No. Well, I mean, you have to land at some point, just whether you land on your feet or not.
What does your gut say?
To not think too far ahead and do things at the right time. So trust my instincts at the time and be accepting that those things might change in the course of life. And to kind of go for something that I might not know how to do, because then I might know how to do it afterwards, if that makes sense.
Do you think anyone knows exactly what they're doing?
No, of course I don't. Not at all. None of us know what we're doing, do we?
That's been a bit of a revelation in later life, that you never feel like you're the actual finished article, and nor should you.
Good luck. That's it.
Thank you very much.
That's all we
Thanks
got.
for taking the call.
No worries.
Right.
Nice to hear
Have a good night.
Ciao, ciao.
Odie says, I walked out of my job of 18 years and followed my dream of esports, and the leap was very scary, which is pretty normal.
Yeah, walking away from what you've done. I also think it's very common. I know Giselle is significantly younger, but mid-40s, a lot of people looking back and going, shit, do I really want to do that for the rest of my life? And changing. It's great.
It's just a question of timing, really, isn't it? Make sure you're all right.
Magic Marvo tipped £10. Thank you. Dave Dogface has resubscribed. It's Pledge Week. We've talked about Patreon, but if you're watching, why did we not have the dono bar before? We're so British and so silly. I felt because we were charging for Patreon that we shouldn't, but no, of course we should.
But this isn't charging. This is just having the option open.
This is having a nice little tip. If you want to donate, if you're listening to the podcast, you can go to paypal.me/Iain Lee. Paypal.me/IAINLEE. If you're listening to the podcast, paypal.me/IAINLEE, and make a donation. If you are watching live, a link has just come up. Thank you, Kate. It's Pledge Week, guys. We're going to do this every month. Pledge Week. And you can donate if you're enjoying the show. If it's Pledge Week. You want to give us a quid? Give us a quid. This is our job. This is our job, one of our jobs. We do different jobs, and this is one of them. So, you know, if you're sat here going, oh, guys, I love you guys. Where have you been? I haven't seen you on Twitch for months.
We came back for Pledge Week.
Pay up. Pay up. It's Pledge Week. Pay up. Come on. Pay up. Should we watch some videos?
Yeah, Ples.
Look how fat I'm in that picture there. Look at that picture of
Well,
us.
you're standing next to Jeff Goldblum, who is like, there's not a pick on him.
That is a big old belly. That was when I was on metazapine. Yeah, that's off with Jeff Goldblum, guys.
Jeffy G.
Hey.
One of the most charming and mesmerising people I've ever met.
Stood next to Jeff Goldblum. There, stood next to Jeff Goldblum. Yeah. I'll show you. I've got the dance move. I'll show you.
All right, this is the salsa.
So you don't do anything on the 4 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this. Hang on a minute. Where's the gap? There's the gap. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. That's it, isn't it?
Yes.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4,
Look at those snake
5 and
hips.
6 and 7 and 8. 2 and 3 and 5. Very camp. 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
Practicing outside Kim's school today.
And then what do you do when you spin me?
Oh well, the spin is simply. Do I just lift it on the 1? 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8.
All right, and then what about the pass and spin?
Oh, so the side it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4
Nice.
and 5 and 6 and what is it? 7. Hang on a minute. So it's 1, 2,
Yes.
3, and 4, 5, 6.
And then we carry on dancing.
So that's how I go back there. So it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nice. Nice.
Hey, Biggers.
What we ain't going to do is bachata, because that is a filthy dance.
Oh, I'm not fucking doing it.
That's a filthy,
And by the way,
dance.
there is 6 inches between. We don't even hold hands.
This
There
is
are
my
6
dance
inches.
space. This is your dance space.
You remember when during COVID when Philip and Holly had that, they could do a hug through a plastic sheet. That's what we
Yeah.
used to dance.
Rubber gloves on and a plastic sheet.
That's St. John.
Whoop, whoop.
St. John.
Whoop, whoop. Come on, ride the train. Ride it. Come on, ride that train.
The train.
And ride it.
Oh, no, this is something vulgar. Got my. Couldn't quite remember that side step. I'm not quite sure we did on the second bit. Anyway,
It looked right.
it's heated. So let's watch some videos. It is Pledge Week, guys. Sign up to the Patreon. Feel free to donate. If you don't donate, you're a bastard. Catherine sent me some videos.
Did. I thought you would appreciate.
We've been sent loads of. Oh yeah, sent loads of videos. It's live from home 100 tomorrow. I've seen page, and I'm not in. I'm going to see the Surrey Scorchers. Going to see the Surrey Scorchers.
That's not a strip troupe. That is
Oh,
basketball.
I've got to download it. Why can't you not just send me a link?
Because then it's TikTok, and then you complain that it flicks onto something else. That is why.
All right, well, I'll download these then.
Yeah.
Potentially Trojan horses.
There's no horses involved.
I don't think it's going to... Oh, yeah, here we go. So it's those two. All right. Fuck, that's complicated.
These are excellent, by the way. You're going to think I'm brilliant.
Can't see anything there that I don't want people to see within my saved things. Okay. It's not going to work. It is not going to work. You don't know how to send video files.
Shut up. I do know.
AI-generated portraits of Simpsons characters as real people.
Well, no, but it's not working. It's not working because that picture is not anywhere, you see.
It's somewhere.
It's not. It won't open now. There we go. Download's not responding. Now it will open, but we won't see it.
Right.
Shut up, Simon Le Bon.
Asking AI to create a Rick and Morty live-action
that doesn't
Netflix
work.
series.
That's not it. Send it in the correct manner.
For fuck's sake. What can I open? What if I open it with... where's open with?
I know what I'll do.
VLC. This will do it. VLC will do it.
AI-generated portraits of Simpsons characters as real people.
Okie dokie. Here we go.
You'll like this.
I don't from the words that I've just heard, but we'll see.
I think it's clever.
Okay, well... Okay, here we go.
AI-generated portraits of Simpsons characters as real people.
None of these people exist.
Speed up cochon, il peut marcher au plafond. Est-ce qu'il peut faire une toile? Bien sûr que non, c'est un cochon.
That's David Bowie.
Very sim.
That's David. None of these people exist. David Bowie pops up. Come on, mate.
Continue.
Come on, mate. Racist.
Good, that. Officially good. All right, you don't like The Simpsons? Have a bit of Rick and Morty.
If I were to start watching The Simpsons, which I'm considering, what season do I start with? And what season do I end with, please? Those are the questions that I've been meaning to ask for a long old time. VLC.
Asking AI to create a Rick and Morty live-action Netflix.
You've never even seen Rick or Morty. I tried to get you to watch it once, and you said, I don't want to watch that.
Do you know why? Do you know why I
that.
chose this? Because you are not interested in anything you're not interested in. So there was other things as well, but I thought this one will capture his imagination.
It's caught my imagination at how angry I am with you.
Being an arsehole about it.
Furious. My son is up there. Do not let his father be called
Your dad is an arsehole.
I'm cool.
Netflix series.
My hair like that would be good.
Okay, back to you, is it?
Well, yeah, it is actually. Season 3 to season 8. Season 3 to season 8. Okay, I can do that. Let's make it.
And the magic from the handle make the weird signs. Things I've never seen before. Behind multiple doors, an imagination weird science. Not what teacher said to do, making things to.
There you go.
Am I the only person that thinks Ted Lasso is shit?
I've never seen it.
Well, you don't need to. Trust me, girl. It's shit. I'm American. I'm going to do a football team. My wife doesn't love me. I want to speak to my kids. Won't let me speak to my kid. Okay, I'm a nice guy. Everybody, let's be nice to each other. That's Ted Lasso. You summed it up for you.
So what your objection is that it's about nice people?
I hate it when, and I tell you where Ricky Gervais turned. The Office Christmas special. When he started getting mawkish. And I tell you what, let's not do jokes. Let's make people cry. Let's not be funny. Let's make people cry, shall we? No, be funny. Can't do it without Merchant. I want to do a show. My wife has died, but I got loads of video of her.
I'm going to call a child a C-bomb.
I'm going to call a child a C, and we're all going to sit around and cry. Fuck off. Fucking cry shit.
Well, the good news is it is not compulsory to watch things that make you cross.
Professor Ince says I was a big Rick and Morty fan until the recent Justin Roiland revelations. I'm still a big Rick and Morty fan. I'm still take the word big out, because he's an obnoxious person. Justin Roiland, not Professor Ince. I can still watch Rick and Morty. I choose not to because I've watched it once. Don't need to watch it again. But yeah, Brandy Brown is obsessed with Ted Lasso. I bet she is. I bet she says it's shit as well. I bet she's going to do a Netflix special where she deconstructs Ted Lasso and says, and it's a piece of shit. And I can say that because I'm in the arena. Robin Williams is always mawkish. 5 points.
No.
Afterlife was, and I hate this word. I called something. I told Scott that something was gish the other day. I think it may have been Nick Ferrari. Gish.
That's a very 90s stroke early 90s.
She's a girl. She can say it. Gish means vagina, right? Okay. Someone gave us a little donor. Ian, £20. Thank you. Squeeze your pickle. £5. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much.
Every month.
Because we are fools to ourselves.
We are. But I do. I genuinely, right? I have been told, and from the research that I've done, that we give. I'm not going to ban you. Going to promote you. For what you pay for our TikTok, you get a lot more. Splurge Week. TikTok, sorry, Patreon. What you pay for our Patreon? £4.99 plus VAT. EDT's on the third bottle of Carver.
Steady. That'll give you a headache.
No. Put the donate link in the chat, just under EDT's name. Just put the donate link there. For what you pay for our Patreon, you get significantly more than a lot of other Patreons.
Yeah.
I've yet to find another one that gives you more than we do. But we still have that kind of guilt thing let me speak for me. I still have that kind of guilt thing about people paying me directly, and when we were off last week because of my beautiful boy George, my little cat, dying, I was devastated. I was just in absolute pieces, and I said to Catherine early in the week, we'll do a show Friday, because I felt so bad about not doing a show. I thought we're going to lose people. People
actually,
are going to.
It was all the patrons going,
Yeah.
don't do that. You don't need to do that.
People are going to cancel their Patreon, and they're going to hate me, and everyone. And who knows? Maybe 2 people cancelled. Screw those guys. I was unable to put myself and my safety and my first. So there is that thing of we must provide more. We must provide more. And that's why I took the dono bar down a long, long time ago when we were doing these free shows. When actually that's really, really stupid, because that's how I'm so out of touch with Twitch.
We are no different from any other Twitcher now. There's the thing.
What does that mean?
In that other people put donos up because this is not their main job.
But then my thinking was, but we're only doing like 1 or 2 shows on Twitch a month. Whereas people like MZ and Janelle and Sinjin and the Atomic Twins, they're doing like 5, 6, 7 shows a week. So they have more of this is where my thinking goes. When you're right, Sarah, everyone has a donor bar. We can put a donor bar. And if no one donates, that's okay.
It's all good.
We've been so lucky, 225 quid. Thank you. We had over 400 quid thanks to Dean, but I felt a little bit uncomfortable with that and refunded some of it, 3/4 of it. But there is part of me that's like, nah mate. When actually, yeah, if you're enjoying the show and you've got a couple of quid and you're pissed, send it on over. There's the link in the chat. This is our job. We're not going to take this and go, right, let's get a strip around and some champagne. £112.50. It'll be less actually because it's going through PayPal. So £110 is going to go in my bank account. £110, it'll be slightly less because of PayPal, is going to go in her bank account, and that will go towards the food that I've bought for that young gentleman up there. It gets subsumed into the mortgage, into maintenance, into kids, into petrol, into paying for Zoom, into all of these things. And Billy Charbosh, I want to, but I struggle money-wise. No.
No, we're not saying you have to.
Do it if you can and want to. If there's any danger of you being in financial trouble, then don't. You're welcome to come and watch for free. We don't want anyone to get into trouble for us. But that £110, it's not like, it's extra money. I'm going to buy a couple of video games. It's extra money. It goes into the pot. It's our earnings. Yeah. It's our earnings.
So there we have it. That's donos for you.
That is the donos.
Oh, that reminds me of that wonderful speech that lad did on The Apprentice about the desert. And that's all about the desert.
You could say it's deserted.
Tough crowd.
He did say crowd, didn't he? Right, let's go, because I think we had some emails with Dave Dogface is going to be at Clinton in June. Oh, that's the wrong email. That's not what I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to that.
What he's mentioning there is the podcast recording of Clinton Baptiste, absolutely sick filth, at the 100 Club, 25th of June, if you fancy it.
Sarah's right, you're allowed to make money without feeling bad. And I'm aware that I've just completely over-explained it to you.
It's because we're still trying to rationalise it to ourselves, I think.
Let's have a look, see if we've got any here. Oh, Anna Live. Anna Live, we'll be seeing you at the Zoom meeting tomorrow, I hope.
That'll be cool.
You have been missed. Arcan, thank you for the sub. Right, so David Holmes. Are you in the chat, David Holmes? David Holmes is Simon Le Bonbon. David Holmes is first-time caller.
Okay.
And we've had a couple of DMs. And I said, listen, you were so good. If you ever heard any of the calls on Jack FM, they were generally David. Generally him, right? And he was, look, that's down there.
Can I see? That looks like it's like oil or something.
Yeah, that won't come out, will
Yes,
it?
it will. Bit of fairy liquid on it. Rub it in.
In a minute, Sinjin. Thank you. And I messaged him, said, look, your calls was, I don't think he's in the chat, I think he's gone, your calls were so good. Allow me to send you the Patreon links every week. That'd be my honour, because you contributed so much and you made my job so much easier. He said, oh, no. I'm signed up to Patreon. I just don't get to watch it live.
Oh.
Right. We did a show on Twitch yesterday, and he messaged in the Discord. Last night's show's up there. Can't see any of the other shows. Looks like you've not done one for a month. And I went, no, we haven't done one for a month. And then through several conversations, it worked. He worked out he wasn't subbed to Patreon. He was subbed to this.
To Twitch, okay.
What a prick. What an absolute prick. What an absolute melt.
Well, I would say it's an easy mistake to make, but
it isn't.
It's not.
It's a really, really difficult mistake to make. Dave has sent us a Dragon's Den clip. Cake Shield. All right, I'm totally up for that.
Okay.
Let us still an advert for Domino's because I'm losing a little bit of weight. Okay, so the Cake Shield from Dragon's Den. And if you think
is it a shield made out of cake, or is it to shield you from cake?
It's to shield the cake from your sneezes.
Oh my God!
I guess I don't know. I've not seen it. Here we go. 2006.
We've all been there. You're throwing a dinner party. Important people coming around. Important that it goes right.
Is this real, or is this like those Harry Enfield? It's time trumpet. It's not real. Okay. All right.
You're about to serve the pavlova, and bang, something falls on it from above. Beautiful pavlova destroyed. Well, worry no more. We present Cake Shield. Anything that falls from above now, whether it's cups, plates, whatever, will deflect off the shield and go to the safety of the floor. The pavlova will not be touched.
Could still have the pavlova crushing incident, though, couldn't you?
No. How? Cake Shield. I mean, it's perfect. It's the ideal thing for cakes, cheesecakes, cream cakes, pavlovas. Black Forest Gatto, Swiss rolls.
Year one, what was the turnover?
Apple. An apple turnover.
Year two turnover?
Apple again. Apple, yeah.
And last year?
Last year, as I said, was the pavlova incident. It's perfect. It's a shield for cakes.
I've got one of these in my house.
Excuse me. You can't have one of these in your house. This is the prototype.
No, I've got one of these in my house.
You can't have one of these in your house, okay? You actually don't. Have you got one of these in your house?
Pretty sure Bannatyne does.
Thank you very much, David, for that. I think that may be the only one we've got.
No, I saw a Bodell.
Where's Bodell? Oh, yeah. Would like you to you two and the chat deconstruct this interview on the show.
Is this real, or is this an AI Paul Bodell? 'Cause it doesn't feel like
evangelist Kenneth Copeland getting doorstepped by Inside Edition as evil their comedy. This rings a bell. Let's see if.
How are you, sir?
Oh, we've seen this. Bodell's a plastic fan. We've seen this. Bodell's a plastic fan.
We'd just like to ask you about why you don't want to fly commercial. Why have you said that you won't fly commercial?
His face.
You said that it's like getting into a tube with a bunch of demons. Why do you think that?
No, listen to me just a second. Not the people.
Ooh, that
the
smile.
main reason is because of the need. If I flew commercial, I'd have to stop 65% of what I'm doing. That's really the main.
What?
Isn't it true that you want to fly commercial so that you can fly in luxury? How much money did you pay for Tyler Perry's Gulfstream jet, for example?
Well, for example, that's really none of your business, but...
Isn't it the business of your donors?
Listen, I paid. You kind of caught me off guard here, okay?
Certainly. Well, if you'd like to come out here, I'd like to give you a chance to catch your breath and have a conversation. We don't want to catch you off guard.
I love Inside Edition. You got to get this now. Hey, you listening to me? My wife thinks
he's found a little groove. We'll jump in because we have done this before, Bodell. What's the email for a video? latenightalternative@gmail.com.
all things are possible with God.
Oh, don't.
And he said, if you study the Greek behind that, it's trusting in wealth. When he said that, his disciples said they were astonished out of measure because they were wealthy men. They were astonished out of measure, saying, how can anyone be saved? He said, all things are possible.
Both of my grandfathers were preachers. They were both very poor. They lived simple, modest lives. They were extremely offended by men that made money like you do, preaching like you do. What would your...
You know what it is for Kenneth Copeland? Dono week. It's Dono week.
Every week is Dono week.
I'm on this guy's side.
Response be to people that think that
Yes, I have
preachers
seen
shouldn't
Gemstones.
live this kind of a lifestyle? Folks like both my grandfathers.
And I understand that. And I love them with all my heart. It's your grandfathers that we're standing on their shoulders. They held up and they stood for it. Glory to God. But when you go back to the Bible, it's full of wealth. And it's full of miracles and signs and wonders. And it's full of goodness. And it's full of meanness. It's just full of hell on earth. Those are the demons, not the people. I love the people.
Again, getting back to the... Sir, thank you so much for your time
What's your
today. Lisa Guerrero.
Lisa, God bless. Father, bless Lisa today. Thank you for her grandparents. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to know her and to her team. And I pray and I believe her piece will be successful. I love Inside Edition. I love the people on it. And it thrills me to get a chance to have my face on Inside Edition.
Thank you
I
very
love
much,
you, girl.
Reverend. You have a nice day.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much for your patience.
Okay, that was horrible, wasn't it?
Ugh.
We're going to look up... Let's see what else. I do want to find some more sex ed vids. What was that? Look, maybe... I think that's all we got, actually, unless... Yeah, screw you guys. That's all we got.
I think there might have been something at the top.
Hang on a minute. I'm just checking, make sure you can't see anybody's email addresses. No, you can't. No. Oh, hang on. There's that. Oh, there are. Oh, we've had two. Right. Hang on a minute. So Daniel's sent us this.
Oh my
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
It's her. We did we speak to her in the end?
Yes,
and
we
then she
did.
thought we were taking the piss.
And then someone
Hi
stirred it with
people,
her.
and I'm back cooking.
Yeah, someone stirred it and told her we were taking the piss, and it got really, really unpleasant,
and then
didn't
it
it?
became apparent that someone had taken over her old account, and she was having some sort of disagreement with someone else, and we got caught in the middle of. Or they attempted to bring us into the middle of it. We wouldn't have it. But I think that the content itself is pure and beautiful.
And today I'm going to be doing a different form of spaghetti bolognese. Right, as you can see, I've got a few things that I'm going to do. Like I said, it's a different one. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to beat some eggs up.
State of that meat.
It never looks nice, does it?
I need a bit. And I've got some spaghetti sticks here.
Spaghetti sticks?
Or spaghetti, whatever you want to call them. Right, I'm going to put this egg in the mincemeat. Yes, I'm going to open a tin of tomatoes as well because it needs to be all...
Hang on, is she roasting the spaghetti?
It looks like it's burnt on the ends, but
Hang
that
on,
may
let's
just...
get to where the spaghetti gets introduced.
Sprinkle the honey in on, and I'm going to show you.
Do you know what? I was making a cheese and onion sandwich. I haven't had a cheese and onion sandwich for ages. Made one. Cut the onion up. I'm just wolfing that onion down. I ate half an onion.
You dirty
raw. I
girl.
love it so much.
I've got a new toasty recipe thanks to Phil Vickery of This Morning, right?
Go, gadget arms.
The other day when I was supposed to be doing nothing at all, I started watching This Morning. And it inspired me to go and get the makings of some soups, right? It was soups and toasties on this particular day. I did the first soup. It was nice. It was a chicken soup. You had some of that chicken soup. It was nice, right?
Raw onion is great, Roger, yeah.
Get this. Tomato soup, which was a lovely recipe. But what came with it was this toasty, and it was made with cheese, grated cheese, a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of pesto, and then you put that on and make a toasty out of it, and it was bloody lovely, especially, sorry, just about thinking about it. Tomato soup, oh my God, it was so good. It was so good.
Late night alternative at gmail.com is the email. This is where the spaghetti comes in.
I've got, I don't know if you can see in this dish, I've got some spaghetti sticks, or spaghetti, whatever you want to call it.
I want to call them really long, thin willies. John Willies.
Oh,
Eggy mince.
God, I could have to hold it now. Wonder I had a thumb left. And what I'm going to do is, I don't even know how to do this. I've seen it on video, but I don't even know how to do it.
Just have a go.
Grab the sticks. Grab the soggy mincemeat.
Did someone go, ugh?
She did, yeah.
And
I
put
think
it
it's the person filming it.
round the sticks. Oh shit, sticks are too big. Oh, it's falling from the pot. And have another go. Give it another good mix.
That noise.
I think I'm going to put 2 eggs in.
I'm a 49-year-old man living on his own.
What you do with your mincemeat and
Put it
your
in.
business.
Hang on, if it's too long.
Mincemeat round it.
It's touching the sides. We all know what's going to happen. It's going to end up burnt.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get another 3 in.
Someone donates 20 quid.
And then I'm going to show you the
video.
rest of it.
All right, 20 quid will stop the video.
Right, as you can see, this is exactly how it is. I don't think I'm supposed to have put the egg in the mincemeat, but I only got to see it when it was
20
like
quid and
this.
stop the
So what I'm going to do is pour some.
Oh my God, what is happening?
It's like, remember we used to watch Tim Heidecker's cooking videos? It's that. It's exactly that.
Tomato on as he did it. I don't want to use it all because I need to
No, heaven forfend.
save some. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the oven for about 20 minutes, because then when they come out, then I've got to put the onion in, and that's how I was shown.
It's going to be burnt.
And as you can see, I've peeled and you probably can't see. But
I ate half an onion. Love it. There's not much gets stuffed on YouTube, Dave. We've tried.
this is how it's said to do it. Sprinkle them all over.
So she's got
We
burnt
did that,
spaghetti.
but There. I know the tops look a bit burnt, but you did see me putting the juice on. So that's the onion.
Shrimp and white wine, yes, very good.
I need to be spread out a bit more. Tin of tomatoes for this, like. That is the different spag ball.
Fuck, that's
Very
it coming out.
different.
Let's get it
Pour
coming
it
out.
over.
This has put me off all foods is out, and lovely to see you, my friend. I hope
That's
you're all right.
it. So that's the tomatoes. So that's going to go back in the oven.
Why not?
For another half an hour to cook the onions.
Sophie says, I can't even cope with the way that onion was sliced.
And then, but it should be okay.
It won't be okay.
And that is the different spag ball.
Yep, burnt. Burnt to buggery.
And Lee's coming to do the taste test.
Good man, Lee.
Right, so let's see what it tastes like.
We know. In shape.
Well, I
How is it, Lee?
Vince says, spaghetti bollocknaise. Tingy, we're going to come to you in a bit.
Yeah.
Does it taste nice?
But that's fine.
Probably, yeah. Why don't you try a bit that in bit then?
What bit?
That bit on that side. No,
The other
other
bit.
side.
That
That's
bit.
it, yeah.
Working hell.
They're all
With
dead
a
now,
bit.
Dave.
Alright.
Look at that. Get it down, yeah.
Lots
That's
softer.
a lot softer, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a little bit hard, but yeah. That's not that bad then. It's happy, Liam.
That's what you want to hear when you've cooked someone a meal.
I think it
It's
should
not
be
that,
crunchy.
That's not that bad, that bit.
Is it crunchy? Good.
Yeah. Then the minced meat.
And minced meat should be alright.
Say burnt, but...
Been done twice over.
Alright, thumbs up.
Oh, right. Good. Right, like Lee said, crunchy in places,
Yeah,
obviously.
she got really angry with us.
But she'd been whipped up by someone else.
Yeah, a lot of
But yes, it was a thorny business. That's what happens when you become a successful YouTuber. People start getting involved, don't they?
Ginger Beer Mark, Alton Towers version of the Blackpool show we used to watch.
Oh, yes. Get the bloody thing going. Don't fancy Dubai at all.
Holy shit, this is already the best thing I've ever seen.
Long ago in the heart of England, there was a beautiful house called Alton Towers. It was owned by a rich earl and was said to be the finest house in the kingdom.
I love Alton Towers, don't you?
I always confuse. Yes, I've only been there once when we went.
But when the earl died, his family argued about who owned what. They argued so much they went to court and wasted all their money. The house became a ruin.
This is. Was there a channel called BBC Learning?
Yes.
Great.
Then some businessmen bought Alton Towers and installed a fun fair in the gardens.
I don't think that is Andrew Lincoln. Doesn't sound like. Well, it doesn't sound like
He
him.
might be doing his sensitive voice.
Could be. EDT says, "Oh, I thought you were joking. Please let's not slag off a lady trying her best. Too many Twitch types earn a living slagging off others. We're not. It's not. We're not. We're saying her spaghetti looks shit."
But as the years went by, customers became bored with the old
That is so unsafe. Look at that.
attractions.
There's no seatbelts on that, is there?
Professor Ince says, does sound like him.
They wanted something new. So one day, a leisure corporation called Pearson's decided to buy Alton Towers.
I don't actually know what Andrew Lincoln sounds like, so me saying it's not him, I don't actually know.
They came with flowcharts, focus groups and satisfaction surveys. They had a formula for fun.
Richard says BBC 4 was originally BBC Knowledge. Well, what is BBC Learning, Richard? I know it was your birthday the other day. That's irrelevant to this situation.
They called it the Alton Towers Magic. From now on, they decided...
I don't understand what you mean by go 1 degree left. You're talking about her. I don't understand.
Everything would be done according to the magic.
Sarah says, I'm trying to enjoy this, but all I'm thinking of is sloppy eggs mince.
I mean, this is how it begins.
What do you mean go 1 degree left? I don't know what that means. Am I missing something? Am I missing a reference?
What is the
Maybe you're missing 3 bottles of Carver.
Alton Towers Magic?
Well, the magic is it's magical. It's so different from anything else. It's almost as though it's
What is the magic? The magic is magical.
It's magical.
unreal, but it's actually happening to you, and that's only what you get here.
The magic of Alton Towers is pure fun and fantasy and escapism.
Imagine being that part of you. What do you do for a living, John? I'm a thrill engineer.
Dom says, I think they mean make yourself smaller on the screen so you can see the... What is going on with everybody? Why is everybody being weird all of a sudden?
I think we do it rather well.
Kath, I didn't know you were in this.
Beautiful.
You're here to create what they say is a magical day for everyone. So if you can make someone have a good time, even if you make someone laugh once or make they enjoy the ride or be nice to someone, it cheers them up a bit, then you've made their day a bit better. So it's...
Yeah, there was a monorail.
Yeah.
From the car park to the park.
Yes, because we
walked it. Yeah, we didn't get on there.
It's called creating, adding to the magic, you see. So every bit you can do, even if it's one little thing, it makes...
Sinjin saying that couch looks uncomfy. Oh, no. I think I could have a great doze on there.
Yeah, you could, but you would end up with a pool of spit next to your face that would not shift. They've done her dirty with this whole setup.
Apologies, she gets a lot of slagging off because she's a working class mum. Well, that's not what we were picking up on. We were picking up on the fact it's a shit video. And we would treat her the same we would treat anybody else. And it's not because she's working class. It's not because she's a mum. It's because she's making eggy mince and crunchy spaghetti. We're laughing at that. We're not laughing at her class or her gender. Happy to clear that up.
Someone's day better, then you've done something that's going to cheer them up and something that they'll hopefully remember and take with them.
If we look inside our souls, there's light. It's a good enough day.
Hello, Pat.
What's happening? What's shaking in Patland?
Hello, Pats. Are you going to sit upstairs with Kimbo? We're getting the full-on adverts here. We'll watch a bit more, then we'll speak to Sinjin. If we get another £500, we'll go on till midnight.
What?
Yeah, 500 quid we will. Or I will, anyway. Out of the way, Pat.
It was hard to see the magic, but only a fool was said to doubt its existence.
Why is he talking like a knob?
This feels like an advert, the way he's talking.
It's like he's doing some shit rhyme.
Well, it did start out fairy tale, didn't it? Did it start out with fairy tale?
It was everywhere, on the rides, at the food stands, in the queues. Nothing was left to chance. Magic had become the corporate mantra.
About a year ago, we actually created a mission statement.
Why has he got a computer behind him?
It's for his secretary. He doesn't touch it.
But what is that do? What use would that be? Behind him, and it's not even a key. Where's a keyboard?
Alton Towers. And it reads, why we're here is to create magic for everyone. So first of all, for our guests. We will create magic for all our guests by exciting and entertaining them with an experience which is unique and totally themed.
Sounds fun, right? When he puts it like that.
When it's written as a rule, yes.
Second element is for our staff. We'll make Alton Towers a magical place to work by developing individual skills, personal responsibility, and work which is fun and rewarding.
He looks about 35. Manager of Alton Towers.
And finally, for our shareholders, as after all we're part of a public company.
Here we go, to make them happy with the magic of shitloads of cash.
We will ensure a magical future by beating the competition, improving our financial success, and investing to strengthen our position as the UK's #1 theme park.
Magic. That's what, when I talk to my kids about magic, that's what they come back to me with. It's exactly what they say.
Show me the magic.
If you move the cafe, you can get the flow line round the back of the cafe. And
it cuts to him playing theme park manager on the computer.
And then you don't need to worry about getting everyone across the roof of it.
Alan?
This looks magical.
But being number one wasn't easy. The company had to keep up with the times and make the magic as modern as possible. So they brainstormed and consulted and came up with a plan. They decided to build the world's most magical roller coaster.
Shut up, Egg. Let me get eaten by one of them bloody zombies.
Come February, we'll run a teaser campaign.
You're right, Doms. Doms has played Theme Park Manager. Add a bit more salt to the chips, ups the drink buys. It's true.
Okay, we'll run that for a couple of weeks. What we'll do is we won't associate it with Alton Towers in any way. It'll just be establishing the brand, the colourways and the icon. And then from the start of March, that effectively is the date when we'll release it to the world.
Unauthorized personnel, please stand clear.
Clear the area, please.
What's that about? It's Devo.
Clear the area, please.
It would be a roller coaster for the late 90s. Cool, modern, very millennium.
What?
The new ride for next year is something it's quite unusual, and to say the least, we're extremely excited.
Jim, I think Dono Week has kind of fallen a bit flat now. Sarah Seabass is off Dono Week.
About it. What it is, the ride in essence is a very simple proposition because it's the
Project Champion.
Glenn, Project Champion. You can't see that, but it says Glenn
Project Champion.
world's first vertical drop roller coaster.
Oh, Oblivion.
And that sounds fairly scary, but it's sort of technically incredibly challenging. There's a lot of instances in the world at the moment where coasters have got sort of fairly steep drops. But there are no coasters where it literally goes completely vertical.
I've been on it, it's good.
What the ride will do, it's a fairly straightforward ride. You go up to a very high point, about 100 foot above ground. You will hang on the edge, on the precipice, for about 3 seconds or so, and then you will vertically plunge.
What is going on with these? All right. Faith sent. We'll come back to that, but it seems to be jam-packed with adverts, and I do want to speak to Sinjin, but what's this? Very short video, says Daniel Gray. Let's have a little look at this. Okay, let's have a little look. Moment, an old lady questions her sanity.
It off for you real quick? Yeah. It's like at the top right here.
Oh, you can't see. Hang on, I need to go. Where's the best? If we go top left, bottom right.
Begin again.
Begin again. Begin again.
Okay, just brush it off for you real quick. Yeah. It's like at the top right here.
Are you serious?
Hey, you had him in your hair.
I didn't even feel him.
Well, that's weird. He's just sitting up there.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
I don't think she's questioning her sanity.
Okay, just brush it off.
Okay, Faith sent this one. Sinjin, are you saying you don't want to talk to your mates? That's absolutely fine if that's the case.
I think it was about Oblivion.
Watch off camera. Watch off camera before playing on stream, as I don't know if you can show this on Twitch. All right, we'll watch this off camera.
Okay, this is a
This is
true
gonna be a reaction
vid.
video. 2 girls, 1 cup. All right, I'm up for
Hi,
this.
babes. Oh, hi.
Oh no, we can show this. I know exactly. Do you remember this advert?
Glow in the dark, was it?
Remember this advert? Oh.
Hi, babes.
Oh, hi.
Oh, you're in bed already?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Leave the light off. I've got a surprise for you.
I'll bet you haven't seen one of these before. A luminous condom. No.
What are all these clothes doing on the floor? Oh, sodding wardrobe. Hold on a minute. What's going on? Sorry about that.
I've got to go up here.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's terrible.
St. John, we're going to call you. Did we? Ian, I think we missed. No, I think we missed Ian. Maybe we didn't. No, we didn't miss Ian. We got Ian. Thank you. Let's get Skype up. Let's get St. John on. Where is my Skype? Bam, 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 bam.
Oh my goodness, I'm so used to having a headset that has like a little pull down
Shut up
thing.
and get Shut up and get on with it, boy.
Hey,
You want to see
St.
Jax?
John.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Jax? I'm good. How are you? Jax, come here. I want to show you guys Jax.
Jaxie. Everyone want to see St. John's Jaxie? You're in for a
Applebee.
treat. Here it is. Oh, look at that little boy.
Good boy.
Oh, what a lovely dog.
Oh God, now he's not going to let me sit back where I need to be. He's on the ground. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good, thanks, man. What's going on with you?
Oh, a lot.
How much you want to share?
I'll share whatever. I don't care. I've cried on here before. I'm not going to cry today, though. Yeah. So I guess to give an update for you guys know, but everybody else that doesn't know, I got a divorce last year that finalized in September, and then what else happened? So with the divorce, I won the house. We agreed that I would keep the house, so I'm working on getting that refinanced now into just my name. So that's almost done. I just got a car recently because she took the car, so that's fun. I have a new car that has a bunch of problems with it. That's annoying, but whatever. I got a new job, so I kind of like cut back on streaming pretty significantly. What else? I'm trying to think. I mean, it feels like a lot more has happened than what has if I just describe it like that. It's just been a lot at one time, you know? It's just like every time that like something seems good, it's like another thing comes and kicks you down. But that's what everybody's been dealing with, you know? So how have you guys been?
What's your job?
Oh, my job, it's a quality assurance technician. So I get to work from home, which is cool.
Fantastic bonus.
Yeah, because I didn't have a car at the time. So like my main goal was to look for a job that allowed me to pay for my mortgage and didn't require me to go anywhere because public transportation around here isn't cool. It's not that it's not cool. It's just not great around here, especially where I live, because I live kind of in like the sticks. I live like in the middle of the woods kind of. So there's like one bus that comes out here. So I would have to take that one bus and then take it a bunch of different places depending on where I was going.
Yeah.
So that was cool. They've been very nice to me. It's kind of a boring job, to be honest. But I mean, it pays the bills, so that helps.
You got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah.
To survive.
Grin and bank it, St. John. Grin and
That's been
bank
all
it.
I've been doing is doing what I can to survive. But yeah. My basement flooded, which is why I'm in my living room. So that was a fun thing that I haven't fully gotten fixed yet. So hopefully the basement will get fixed up soon. So that way
What
I
was
can
the
put
cause of
everything-
that? Was that weather or was that bad pipes or what?
It was. Do you guys have sump pumps in the UK?
Yes.
I've heard of a sump pump.
Okay. There's like some places in the U.S. that haven't never heard of them because it just doesn't rain over there. But it rains a lot over there, I guess. So our sump pump, I keep saying our. I got to get better at saying my instead of our for everything. I'm like, our house, our sump pump, it's mine now. My sump pump apparently wasn't working. And there was like a really bad rainstorm that came through. And I was like going down to check my laundry. And I didn't have the light on. And I stepped down on like the bottom floor of the basement and like felt a lot of like wetness. I was like, come on. And I turned on the light and it was like 4 inches of water like throughout the whole basement. So yeah. So I had somebody come through and they like pumped out all the water and had like these aerators going for like a whole week to get all the moisture out and stuff like that. But overall it wasn't too much damage. There was like a little bit of drywall damage and stuff, but nothing exuberant. It was just annoying, if anything, because that's where my streaming stuff was. It's where I spent most of my time. Now I spend most of my time here because that's my work stuff over there.
Yeah.
So, but things have been going okay so far. Things are finally coming to a head. Like once the refinance is done, that'll be like the last part of like the divorce. Like
how you feeling,
stipulations. Like I was really upset and hurt at the beginning. If we're talking about the divorce, are we talking about
how
the
you
divorce or
feeling?
just in general? I don't know. It's tough because like I'm in this space where I'm still trying to get over it, and like I know it's been a year, and like I had some friends recently tell me that I need to get over it, and I thought that was real. I'm not gonna cuss. I thought that was real messed up.
Get
I was
over
like,
it. That's
yeah.
It's
I
been
was
long
like,
enough now. You should be okay. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
yeah, it's been a year. None of them have ever went through a divorce. Like all of them are either in a relationship or happily married still, or happily married. So it's just it was just weird to hear that. But I'm trying to do my best to not get over it, but like come to terms with it and stuff. Because I didn't want the divorce, but it's whatever. It's for the best at the end of the day. I think that she's already engaged to somebody else.
Golly gosh.
Which is fucking wild. I'm sorry. Which is wild.
Yeah, that's well, that's
yeah.
something.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to talk about a bunch of stuff because she's never going to see this anyway. So I had an inkling that she was cheating on me, and I asked her, and she said like, what? No, like it was one of those like responses when you get caught doing something, but I didn't have any proof. So I had like that inkling. And then the fact that she moved into a new apartment like 3 minutes down the road because we lived close to her parents anyway. She moved close to her parents like in an apartment, and then before we even got to the divorce proceedings, she had moved in with him. Like there was like a paper that came through that said that like she had moved her address, and my friends were being snoops and like found out who it was and found out that they were seeing each other and stuff. So that seems very weird to like go through canceling your lease with a new apartment to move in with somebody. And like I saw like engagement photos and stuff like that. So it was just a weird thing that she moved on so quickly, but whatever. So yeah, it's just been weird. Like every time that I feel like I'm kind of like moving on and like doing stuff better for myself, like something kind of sets me back, but I'm trying to be hard-headed enough to not let it bother me. But like sometimes it just bothers me, you know? You go from like having like a house filled with like you and like your partner to like it being quiet, like, and I've had Jax like not here for a couple times, and it's been like just me, and it's real weird. Where like the whole house, there's still 2 rooms that I don't even touch because those were like her office and her extra room. I don't even touch them.
Go and do a shit in them. Big old.
Well, then I
You'll be the
gotta
one that
deal
has to
with
clean it up.
it. If I didn't have to deal with it, sure. But yeah, it's just it's been an interesting thing, and like I feel like I made compromises to like myself and changes to myself that like I didn't really agree with or like to try and make her happy.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to like kind of like find myself and make sure that everything that I do is like making me happy as much as possible.
Yeah.
And like when I am looking for like to start a relationship again, trying to find somebody who like agrees with me on more things and like has similar interests and stuff, but it's difficult. There's not a lot of ladies that are into like video games and Disney and stuff like that I've met yet. We'll see.
That you've met yet? I think there are. It's
You only need the one.
That's true.
Or the 3.
I mean,
yeah.
If you want to partay.
Exactly. I'm not going to yuck your yum. I don't know what you're into, but.
Everybody's been telling me to do a hoeing phase, but I don't think I could be a hoe. So.
You need to try harder.
Yeah. Yeah,
no, but you got to do.
what it is.
You got to do it. You can only do it the way you do it. So.
Yeah. I did take up drinking occasionally.
Oh yeah.
I still do it in moderation and like don't do it nearly as bad as my parents. But like I don't know if you guys remember, like that was the whole reason that I didn't drink was because my parents were alcoholics. And there was still a time where me and my ex were talking, and she was like, she still is like constantly stalking my pages. Like she blocked me on everything, and I just don't care anymore.
No.
But like I get like friend requests from like mutual friends of her, and like I can see people looking at my profile and stuff. So I've locked down everything. And she was like, "Oh, now you started drinking now?" And I'm like, "Why does it matter? Like, just let me do what I need to do, right?"
None of her business.
Yeah, it's been a wild roller coaster. So once this refinance is done, I think I'm gonna block her on everything just for peace of mind for myself.
Yeah.
Like I haven't blocked her on text messages or anything because like I've been trying to like give her updates monthly on like what's happening because like I did agree to refinance the house and everything, but like the market's terrible right now. Like interest rates are gross and everything, so it took me some time. So. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Progress, not perfection. You're getting there.
That's true. That's a good saying.
Yeah. It helps a lot with a lot of shit. As long as you feel like you're moving forward ever so slightly, it's always good, right?
Mm-hmm. Ian, how's counseling going?
Absolutely brilliant. I love it. It was the best decision I've made in a long, long time to quit radio and do that.
I wish you could counsel me. I don't think you're allowed to.
I'm not that good, mate.
I just like talking to you.
We can talk. Do you know what? I am allowed to work with people abroad. I'm being very vague what I say, but not with the States because you've got fucking crazy insurance laws over there, and I don't want to get my ass sued by your goddamn U.S. government.
Well, we'll just be friends then and just talk like that.
Yeah, of course. You know, you can call me anytime.
Yeah, and I'll bother Catherine too.
No, you're not bothering me. I like hearing from you.
I like messaging all my UK friends on WhatsApp. That's like the only reason I have that app.
It's good,
fun.
right?
Yeah. Oh man, I haven't been on camera in like forever, so this is weird to me.
Miss that beautiful little baby face.
Yeah,
little cheeky chops.
I need to shave, dude.
I'm growing my beard back. Yeah.
Oh, I miss your beard so much.
Coming
you
back,
look
baby.
Like a sexy silver fox. Not that you don't now, but like it was like enhanced.
Yeah, it was enhanced. It's coming back.
Yeah, good. I support it. But yeah, I don't want to say like, do you miss radio? But like, have you been okay?
I do not miss it. I had 25, 28 years of it. I do not miss it one bit.
Good. I like to hear that.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I'm
glad
living,
that
man.
you're
I'm
happy
living.
with where you're at.
And I went through a divorce. Different situation, completely different circumstances. They are all individual, but I thought my life was over. And I thought I was never going to be happy again. I thought I was never going to move forward. And years, it's taken years, but I'm good.
Yeah.
And you will be good too. That's a
I
promise.
know.
That's a
I
promise.
know. I'm so used to being in a relationship. Like for like all of my adult life, I've been like in a relationship, whether that be married or dating or whatever. This has like been like the longest time that I've been single is like a year. So it's weird to me, but it's been freeing and stuff. It's cool to do what I want. I haven't had Chick-fil-A in over a year, which is great. I love that because she would like make me get that like every day, but now I don't have to get it, and it's great. So, yeah,
dude, I'm gonna go to bed.
That's fine. Go to bed. Get some sleepies. What time is it? Do you guys celebrate daylight savings time over there?
We move our clocks forward in next week, I think it is, or the week after.
It's so weird that like there's like one state in particular that doesn't do it over here, or there's like a couple of states that don't do it, which is weird because then we already have 3 different time zones throughout the country anyway.
2500.
So it makes things very confusing. So is it like 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock?
It's 10 o'clock now, but then it'll be.
It'll be 11 in like a couple weeks then for you or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah, it's always 5 hours difference. I was able to do quick maths back in the day to figure out what time you guys were at. But yeah, get some sleep. I love you guys.
My Kimbo is upstairs. I've only got one of them this week because my eldest is now at the age where. Is it right if I don't come over this weekend because I want to sleep over at my friends? And so there's part of me that's like, yeah, of course you're becoming a young man. But there's also the part that goes, okay, You know, and it's he's growing up into a young man, and I've got another young man upstairs, and we might play a bit of Xbox.
I need to
before
play
bed.
Gorilla Tag with him, and he's gonna
Oh,
annihilate
he's a
me.
demon at that game.
I know, he's gonna kill me with it.
He's asleep. He's fallen asleep.
Oh man,
he's fallen
Let me
asleep.
know. I got my Oculus set up, and I remember you had said something about Gorilla Tag. I was like, I'm gonna die. I'm literally gonna die.
Jesus, I can't play it. It's
Yeah.
Heart Attack Central. It's Heart Attack Central. He's asleep now, but we'll sort something out.
Just-
He's done
Yeah.
loads of YouTube videos.
I spent
on
half an hour just trying to get up a ramp.
Right. It's crazy watching the videos of those people. They're just like going crazy in those trees. But yeah,
St. John, it's nice to see you, brother.
it's nice to see you guys too. I'll
Stay
talk
safe.
to you guys later.
See you
Bye
later.
bye.
Ciao. Right, we're going to do a raid. I just found someone. Don't know what it is. Looks like a nice guy, Scottish sound engineer. Let's go and have a little chat. Patreon.com/Iain and Katherine. Thank you, everyone who donated. It turns out that, what is it called? Dono Week.
Dono Week, yep.
Dono Week.
It's the way forward.
It's the way forward. £15 and above. See you tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Good night.
Ciao. Kim's fallen asleep.